Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey Bros podcast. We are here for season 3.
Season 3, numero 3.
We're doing season 3 and starting it up in the goddamn dark ages, aren't we?
Oh yeah,
We got no fucking internet.
I know the internet's down at all of our houses. We just confirmed.
Yeah, and it's in a pretty big area around here. I don't know how far it goes, but
Yeah, we're still attempting to live stream with a hotspot off my phone, so my goddamn phone bills are going to be $6,000. But we're going to give this a shot.
So for all you viewers out there who are watching 16-bit us on the internet, that's why.
Yeah, blame it on.
they're probably watching it like dial-up speed. Like,
Dude, I used to get a bunch of songs downloading and then go to bed and then just pray that they didn't encounter an error while I was asleep.
oh yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Especially if you were on like DSL, because people would be trying to talk on the phone. There's no way.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Nope, nobody understands what it was like back in those days.
Dude,
and
we
these young kids.
lived through. I mean, for our generation, we saw nothing to everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like more so than a lot of generations will get to see.
Not more than like our like there's no.
That's a good point.
well,
We'll never beat them.
That's a good point.
I think the speed of it within our lifespan is probably quicker.
That is pretty crazy though.
I think they've seen more, but I think ours happened more rapidly.
I don't know.
You
I don't
think
know if
so?
I even agree with that. I
Like,
mean,
my grandfather
theirs
used an
happened quick.
outhouse. I mean, that's like fucking
yeah. My grandparents, like, they had an outhouse, and like that. Now there's literally self-driving cars now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but how many years did that span over?
Well, a lot of years.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you're saying
started going
we
pretty-
saw more rapid change in a
More
short
rapid change
pace.
in a shorter period.
There's probably.
I mean, we
market for
saw a
that.
lot with the internet, but I mean, they saw a lot with just electricity. I mean, they went from cars started to be nicer really quick, and air conditioner, and
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, which begs the question. Like people always say, that's the best thing since sliced bread. What would be the standard for that now? Like
Oh, the best thing since I don't know
since internet,
since the internet.
and
what,
we don't have it right now.
what would be?
I mean,
Yeah,
because it had to progress. Like you start off with sliced bread, and it's like this is the best thing since air
I
conditioning.
know.
I
and
mean,
now,
it had
and
to
now everybody's
kind of
trying
move
to
up.
avoid gluten. I mean, shit, we don't eat
So is
the
us
worst thing since sliced bread. Now
is us using our phones for internet, kind of like them having to slice their own bread?
That's right.
Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
We're in the damn dark ages. Hot spotting over here.
like this is Oh, we haven't got the whiskey
I
yet.
know,
Yeah, we gotta get the
chomping
whiskey
on
out.
Oh
it.
yeah. So here's what happened. I went to the liquor store yesterday, and I actually got some whiskey that I was like excited about. And so the guy, I didn't recognize this guy from the liquor store, but he was he just saw me looking around, so he just started recommending stuff, and like pretty much everything he was recommending we had already tried.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, tried that, and we were kind of like talking about the differences in them. But anyhow, I picked up something that I was excited about, and I started following him up to the counter, and I was just asking him if if they had like stuff in the back or like special stuff like that, and he said that they had some Blantons.
Oh shit.
Oh, you actually got the Blanton.
Oh,
And I was like-
shit.
And I was like, no, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, because it's like, because I've had it before. Me and Levi's actually tasted it before.
Yep.
But I was like, I don't, that's a lot of money for some whiskey.
gotta
I'm like,
keep the
I
bottle.
don't know if it's like that great. And so he was like, all right. And so I left, and I got to the truck, and I started thinking about the podcast, and I'm like, man, that'd be a good way to kick off the podcast. And plus, like, we're the fucking whiskey bros, and we haven't had like one of the like most talked about, like kind of high end whiskeys on the
dude.
podcast
Right.
yet. So I'm like, all right, we've got to have this. And when me and Levi tried it, we had done maybe like 2 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
So we've drank a lot of whiskeys since then. So like
Okay.
now I'm kind of like curious
You
to
want
see.
compare it to the
Well,
others.
and
now.
too, like when I tried this, I had no idea that it was as expensive as it was.
Yeah. This is like $85
Wow.
for this bottle.
Okay.
And I mean, and two, it's like hard to find. So I mean, I could easily put this up on Facebook and make probably $20 off of it.
Wow.
Just selling it out to somebody looking
Yeah.
for it. And especially if you don't know, these horse guys on top are all they're not all different. They have one. If you notice this one, he's got a T under his foot.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one for every letter to spell out Blantons.
Okay.
So not
cool.
only is the
Then
whiskey
it's
hard to
the-
find, but people try to collect the
Collect.
different horses.
Which one's the most rare? Do you know
Gotcha.
which one?
I
Are
don't
they
know.
all, like,
I don't know if
equally
there's
rare?
any more or less rare than the other
So
one.
it's the old capital B, and it's hard to
Yeah.
find.
So
Oh,
and
holy smokes.
if I remember, you might remember this, Levi. This is the same company as Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare, and
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's their like upper tier whiskey of that same
Wow.
thing. So anyhow, I got handwritten dates on it. It was dumped. It actually says dumped.
Dumped.
This bourbon was
It was
dumped
dumped.
on 1/3/20, stored in warehouse H, from barrel 206 on Rick number 15.
God, is this singleware?
Individually selected, filtered, and bottled by hand at 93 proof.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's like 1.5% higher than our normal.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Than our normal proof. So anyhow,
Man.
so we'll open this up and look at these nice
Look
like
at there.
tab things you have for this thing here.
Yeah.
Is that like a wax right here?
Yeah. See, it's a
Ooh.
Well, you got to keep that bottle for sure, at least the top.
yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to me though, like it'd be weird to keep it. Damn. Oh, you pull this whole thing.
Oh, the
comes
whole
off.
thing comes off.
Yeah. Okay. It seems weird to keep like an empty bottle though. So I don't know.
Yeah, but you got to at least keep
the
the
horse.
top. Yeah, the horse is cool, man.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's saddle up here, so to speak.
Saddle up, boys.
So, but yeah, I'm excited about the next one that I got too.
Golly, he's
We
done-
we gotta visit Frankfort, Kentucky. We've had several whiskeys from there. That 1792s from Frankfurt. So that's the happening place there. Which yeah, here you go, 1792. Well, it's in Bardstown, but I know it's right outside of Frankfurt.
Try to get them even. I usually like pour the
Man,
lace on the
yeah.
first one, and
And
then
I forgot to set you a
I start
towel
getting
here. You
heavier as
said
I'm
that.
going. Oh yeah, and I always spill a
Always
little bit.
spill a little bit.
All right.
It's hard not to. They don't make those bottles as spill friendly or spill proof as they could.
Well, it smells pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right, let's see.
Cheers, boys.
It's
All
breath.
right.
It's breathed enough. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's good. It's
pretty fucking
it's
good.
well balanced. Like
It is.
like it doesn't like tear you up, burning wise, but it's not the smoothest start or finish, but it's got a good, even burn all the way through.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it really burns at all.
No, I mean, what I mean by that is kind of like, when you drink like a Coke, like ice cold Coca-Cola, it's got just that real good like crispness to it.
Yeah,
That's what it's almost like.
I think you doing okay over here, TJ?
Yeah. It gave me the hiccups. Because I was trying to swallow it
Oh,
slowly.
okay.
Yeah.
I actually got the hiccups. So
I gotta say though, I think this is the whiskey that we've had that has the most taste and the least burn. Like, there's a lot of taste for like to be so smooth at the same time. Because I mean, even Russell 10 has more burn kind of going down than this.
It does. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I think
a
the
good
Russell. I
flavor.
think the Russells is sweeter than this. This is a little bit more.
Yeah. I can't even tell what I'm tasting exactly. Like, it's flavorful, but what is it? The flavor?
It is very flavorful. I don't. Does it say on the bottle?
On the back end, it's almost kind of like a. It's not cinnamon, but it's
Like-
kind of like a.
You think you
that-
taste cinnamon?
I don't know about cinnamon
Almost
exactly,
tastes
but it's-
caramel in a way. Like,
yeah, I definitely get like some caramel note for sure on the back end.
Let me.
but not like strong caramel.
No, it's
Kind of light.
it's that Werther's original.
It's that Werther's, that's it.
It's that Werther's.
Hold on, I'm kind of reading over the thing
All
and
right.
see. It's just saying maturity peak varies from barrel to barrel. Only the master
comment
distiller
you got
can
over there.
determine the exact moment the whiskey has been aged to perfection.
Whiskey glass.
Gotcha.
Time on it. Sour mash bourbon whiskey has body, banquet, and character unrivaled by any other. The original single bourbon barrel whiskey. It doesn't really talk about like what kind of flavors it has.
How about the bottle looks like a holy hand grenade?
It does
No,
look like
no,
a holy
kinda
hand
like
grenade,
that.
doesn't
No.
it?
I think if I was a genie, I'd want to live in something like this rather than a gas lamp. You know what I mean?
Oh, a whiskey bottle? Yeah. I'm excited about the one that I got. It has a cool as shit bottle. The next one that I've got.
That's
really?
really cool, man.
Cool.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't. It was like I told the guy at the liquor store. Like, I don't think it's worth $85. I mean, I don't think anything I've ever tasted is worth $85.
No.
But
It's the experience of it.
right.
Right.
But
Just like
it's
you were talking about with the
it's still
restaurants.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm glad you got the 1792 up here because
Yeah.
we'll drink another glass of this
and then switch.
be time to switch after that.
Save-
it's
save
too
this for
it's
the-
too expensive to just
Yeah.
be like throwing down and
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good stuff here.
Good. I appreciate you getting that. That's I mean, the experience is definitely
Yeah, I
worth
was
it.
I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I just kind of started getting more excited about it. And I don't know why the guy, I guess just because we were talking about whiskey, because he handed this to me and there was another guy there being like, oh man, you got some Blantons.
He's like last
And
one.
then he didn't say anything. And I was like, yeah, me and my buddies, we get together and we try whiskey every now and then. And it's but the guy there, he never did say anything to this guy about because he said he had two, so there was one more back there.
Man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but he didn't say.
Dude was hinting at it, we couldn't get it.
Yeah, so
Save that thing.
I don't know.
I mean, we've tried
Probably
so
helped
many,
that gave
we
him
tried
a
so many
blowjob for
whiskeys
it,
and
too.
bourbons
Oh,
now.
okay, that makes sense.
Maybe
now.
so. That other guy, he seemed willing, but
We've tried so many bourbons and whiskeys now. We almost got to get into the upper tier or go into the lower tier on some of this stuff, or you're just getting off into like
There's still
some
a lot more
like
craft. And
Man, there's not many. There's not many. I mean,
at least at the low.
the next one that I got, I mean, it was $50.
So one thing I was planning on doing because
No, $55.
You guys know I'm going to Louisville this weekend. We were supposed to go last weekend. I was going to get something, try to find something for the podcast because I didn't know because I was like, you go up to these distilleries, you can get something that's just local or something that you have to get at the distillery that you can't get somewhere else.
Sure.
So I'm still undecided on where I want to go. I'm thinking about going to the Jim Beam one just because the notoriety and it's more popular. I think that's probably where we're going to go. But outside of Louisville too, you got the Wild Turkey Distillery, and that's where that Russell's 10 is made. And I was just like, that'd be cool to go check that out too.
I like Wild Turkey, just their regular Wild Turkey too, quite a bit.
Yeah, I like
for a basic drink, it's good.
Yeah,
Wild Turkey is one. Like if I ever go and they don't have Maker's Mark, I always get Wild Turkey.
Okay,
but
Like,
and to me, like we talked about this off air too about like how we may have missed the mark about because this says bourbon whiskey and we're the whiskey bros. But man,
I know we've done like 2 whiskeys on this whole podcast. We do bourbon like every single week or every single month, rather.
Well, we like it so much more too.
Well,
Yeah,
it says bourbon whiskey. So is bourbon a type of whiskey? Is bourbon a totally separate thing?
No,
I know
it
we've
is.
talked about this.
No,
but
we
it
talk
is a
about-
whiskey.
okay,
It is. It just has to meet the certain qualifications. So it
That's
has
right.
to have
That's
a
right.
certain percentage of corn, and it has to be put into the barrel at a certain proof, taken out of like there's
Gotcha.
stipulations. Just like
Yeah,
be
because
Tennessee whiskey, you have to follow a certain protocol too.
right.
Bourbon can be made anywhere, but it has to follow these certain
but
stipulations.
just being whiskey in general, it's probably pretty lenient, right? I mean, you pretty well just got to
But
make it with corn and age it in a barrel,
In a
and
barrel,
that's
right.
pretty well it.
Yeah.
As more time goes on, though, I've kind of got to the point where we're from Tennessee, but Kentucky's got it right, man.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Kentucky's got it right
Well,
all the way.
bourbon in
Oh,
general.
I'll way prefer.
Now bourbon in general is to me way better than anything Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah. What's the best Tennessee whiskey? I think we're gonna have to solve that this season. We're gonna have to kind of dig
that's a good
deep and
question.
see what
It's
Tennessee
not-
has
it's
to
not
offer.
It's not George Dickel,
No,
and I don't even think it's Nelson's Greenbrier.
No.
nope. It's
No.
Or
definitely.
Bell Mead bourbon, or
Not
or
that-
Bell
no.
Mead's bourbon, but
I like the upper tiers of Jack Daniels. When you get
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
like the Sinatra is pretty fucking good. I'd like to try it again now. Kind of like the Blantons. I hadn't had it in
But-
so long
but
now.
the Sinatra Select is the same as like a single barrel. I think it's just been selected. The barrel was selected by somebody from the Sinatra estate.
Is that what it is?
They
Because
pick it
I like the
through.
single barrel pretty good too.
They're basically the same thing. You just pay more of a premium because it's got the Sinatra name on it.
But and I don't know what the difference is either. But I like the single barrel quite a bit more than I like just Gentleman Jack.
Okay. Well,
I don't know
Jack,
why.
And Gentleman Jack is
Double charcoal filter.
so it's a different process. They do exactly what they do for regular Jack Daniels, except for they filter it through the charcoal twice.
And see, I think that's why I don't like it. I don't like a heavy charcoal taste in my whiskey.
Okay.
Jim Beam has a heavy charcoal
Right,
taste, and that's
right.
why I don't like it that much.
And I like Beam.
I'd like to
When
try
I'm
the
in the mood
high
for
end of
that.
Beam. Does Beam have like some higher end
I don't
cuts?
know. I don't even know that.
I know they got like Devil's Cut and some other different weird little things that they do, but
Yeah,
I am
don't-
curious about if they
yeah.
have any high end.
I don't even
small
know
batch
what
whiskey.
all different types they've got. I know there are different types.
Now, 2 places that are real close down that Louisville area that I was looking at too, and they're not whiskeys or bourbons that we've tried. Angel's Envy and Rabbit Hole. are right downtown, but those bottles are expensive. When I was looking at, like, Angel's Envy was around like $55, and Rabbit Hole was like $65.
Did we have Angel's Envy on here?
No, we have
I
not.
don't think so.
I think I just look at it every time and think about it.
I had last night. I was at a bar and I had a Four Roses single barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had that on here.
rocks.
Yeah,
Was that what we had? Was
Yeah.
it single barrel?
I know
or
I-
small batch.
yeah.
No, it was single barrel. I
single
bought
barrel.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely
Okay.
single barrel.
I liked it more last night on the rocks than I did when we drank it
that
neat.
one night. Yeah,
I like it. It's just a, I mean, it's
I
a
had-
full-bodied,
Oh, yeah.
harsh whiskey.
I had
Yeah.
2 glasses and it was. I mean, I enjoyed it pretty thoroughly.
Did we have the larceny on here?
I don't think we have.
No,
Because I think I just bought it and had it, and I did not enjoy it. And I saw I think it was a Reddit post or something where people were just ripping on it, and I remember I didn't like it. I got through the bottle, but I did not enjoy it
I
at all
don't.
either.
I don't think we've had that. I don't know if did we do Woodford Reserve?
I almost got some Woodford Reserve because the only thing that guy was telling me about that I hadn't had was I just thought there was just Woodford Reserve and that was it. But they had like several different kinds, and now I can't remember which
really.
one it was.
I've had the basic Woodford.
Yeah,
you know, at places because it's pretty common.
but
to
he
have.
pointed to one, and now I really wish I remembered
Oh, is it Old Forester?
which one that it
or-
was.
So there's a
No,
bunch.
no,
right
no.
here.
It was they were
Yeah.
all Woodford Reserve, but they were like little subtitles.
Yeah, the
underneath
more I
them.
think about it, there is definitely some ones out there we haven't tried. Like, did we ever do Bullet Bourbon?
But
I don't think we did Bullet Bourbon
No,
either.
There's several. There's several out there still that we haven't.
well, Bullet Bourbon's just so common. But anyhow, what I was saying about that Woodford Reserve is it tastes. He said it tastes a lot like the. Well, what's the one that now that's Weller? He said it tastes.
Yeah,
He said
right.
it tastes a lot like Weller. He said if you can't find or afford, some Weller, which Weller's not expensive, it's just hard to find.
And I saw at Liquor Barn. They ran some decent prices on it
Yeah,
before too.
but I don't like Woodford Reserve as much as a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
I tried it again.
It's fairly
not
common
that
at
long
bars
ago.
too, for sure. Though, but
Yeah.
I meant to ask Guidance when we had Guidance. Was Guidance Tennessee
Mm-mm.
or was it Kentucky?
Well,
I think it's a bourbon. I'm pretty
the
sure it
co-
was a bourbon.
Well, it may still be a Tennessee.
but is it
bourbon.
Tennessee?
But I mean, it's
But
not.
is it a
When you said
whiskey?
Tennessee,
Oh,
I'm assuming
fair
you
enough,
meant
fair
Tennessee
enough.
whiskey.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think it is that. It doesn't taste like it at all. But it is definitely the company's out of Tennessee.
Okay, it's good.
Now, whether or not it's officially a Tennessee whiskey, I think Chad's probably right. It's probably not.
Yeah,
it
okay,
just doesn't
gotcha.
taste like it.
I mean, only reason I got it is because it was a bourbon. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's generally what I start looking for is the bourbon section. When it's whiskey, I just generally assume that I'm not going to like it as
Yeah,
much.
yeah, fair enough. Fair
I'm
enough.
I'm liking this more with like every drink.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
Yeah.
getting like
It's
kind
really
of
good.
sweeter
It's
and
easy to drink too.
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's every whiskey. Like the first, you gotta kind of acclimate to the palate. Let it
Yeah.
simmer on your tongue a little bit. Then you start really tasting the more subtle notes on it. And this one is damn good.
This is going. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
It's just like butter, man. It's just like
Butter.
this good, like
That's the
kind of
Werther's.
easy.
I think the Werther's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Werther's. Yeah,
I think
that's a good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly
a good.
what it is for me.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's the Werther's of whiskey.
It's got a good taste to it. It really does.
It's good stuff.
That's good shit.
Hey, not to. I am going to change the subject. I was going to say not to change the subject.
Not
and
to
then
change the subject. Changing the subject.
which is a weird thing
yeah,
to say. It's
that's
when-
like saying I hate to say it.
yeah,
but
but I'm going to say it. Or
with all due respect.
with all due respect,
Yeah.
or no offense, but you offend
Yeah.
somebody. No, I may have told you guys, but y'all know I get fever blisters. Had them my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it comes out like if I'm stressed or something like that, even more so. And there was a lady at work that was telling me that she did too, and she got the Valtrex, which is the herpes medicine,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
and that it you feel that tingle, you take that and it knocks it out. But she said not only that, it seems like to her that she gets them less frequently just because it's been in her system before.
Gotcha.
I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I figured, give that a try, give it a shot. So I did this live, where I had a doctor call me and we talked through it and I sent a picture and everything. I could do it off my phone.
Really?
Yeah. And my company
That's
offers
awesome.
where I don't have to
my
pay
gosh.
a copay or anything for the doctor visit, and they can just prescribe me something.
That's
And I don't
really
even-
cool.
and
Oh, dude, that
and
would be the
even
best thing in the
FaceTime-
world.
You can FaceTime with them. Like you can choose to FaceTime or call. If you call, you have to send them a picture.
Yeah.
So I emailed them a picture and called. anyways,
So did you have to like pull the phone like up to your lips and like show him?
I just took a picture like of my whole face, and it was pretty obvious. And I talked through it, and I got this prescription, and they called it into Kroger Pharmacy.
That's the way it should be.
It was great,
Especially for just shit like that.
That part's amazing
Because there's no like, I mean, you don't need no crazy diet. I mean, I don't know why Valtrex is even like prescription anyways.
Right.
I mean, maybe people could do nefarious stuff with it, but
oh yeah,
I feel like people should just go get it. I mean,
no doubt. I agree. I agree. But the point of this story is though, it was called into Kroger Pharmacy, and I went in there to pick it up, and I really didn't think much about it until I was up at the counter, and the pharmacist had to come over and give you the little like
spiel.
Well, they have to come over and tell you how, make sure you know how to take it. And it was like a pharmacist that doesn't typically work there. It was like some young, hot pharmacist, and like covering for the day. And she comes up, looks at the bottle, and goes, "Have you ever taken this before?" And looks up, and there's this like 5 seconds probably where I can't say anything, and we looked into each other's eyes, and I feel like every part of her was thinking, "This motherfucker has herpes." Like 100%. And dude, I was so like I not even thought about
think the fact that you had the blisters on your lips though, like made it a little better, like a little less.
Well, it was already starting to heal up. I was getting it after the fact. Like really, I was getting it for next time. Actually.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's starting to heal up. And but she goes, "Have you ever taken this before?" And I go, "No, and I'm planning on tearing the label off when I get home because I don't want anyone to think that I have herpes." And she's like, "Okay." And she tells me like how to take
She's
it.
like, I don't care.
This motherfucker has herpes. Dude. It would have embarrassed me typically, but I don't know. There was something about
Dude, it's her job. She's
But
when people shit like that all the time.
When we locked eyes, I seen like
was
a
it
little
because-
slight crack.
but how
I seen
many-
a crack of her smile?
Dude, there's probably a barrel of Valtrex back there behind that counter of people that like need it. And they probably just get like a damn like trough like you feed like a goat with, and they just scoops up a bunch of it and puts it in one of them bottles.
You're
and, like,
missing the
hands
point here. It's a hot young pharmacist
I think
that thinks I have herpes now.
I think she assumed. I think she probably is well aware of the
multiple uses
of the multiple uses of
I
it.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I was embarrassed by it though.
I mean, I think you had a 0% chance of hooking up with her anyway.
Oh, well,
so I
sure.
mean,
Sure. I mean, give me 1%.
It would have been
1%.
is that
Man rolling up to a pharmacy
Is
with herpes.
is that worse if you had that or if it was Cialis in your
What is
eyes?
Cialis for?
For
Erectile dysfunction?
boners, yeah.
For boners.
That might be better,
Yeah,
'cause
because
it'd be like-
I've got what it takes.
She'd be like, well, he's not bad looking. I know he's going to be able to keep it up for a while.
But that makes me think of damn trailer park boards. I don't want no pharmaceutical boner.
Pharmacy. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh yeah,
I want a love
I want a boner made of love.
Butter made of love.
Anyways,
I think we got a comment on there. So, Chris, is that who that is?
Angel's Envy. Chris is recommending Angel's Envy, so
All right,
we'll have
cool.
to definitely try that.
Yeah,
for
Is it
sure.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's got Angel in there.
I know I'll look at it every time.
I've seen it several times. It's top shelf most of the time.
If the Angels are envious of it, they're like, why did we take this vow to not drink alcohol?
Yeah.
We would break it gladly for this whiskey.
Yeah, because they envy it.
They envy it. Hey,
Moving on.
I got a food challenge for us.
Oh
food
no.
challenge, you do.
Yeah.
I don't like food
challenge. I don't think it's gonna be
challenges.
gross. But more importantly,
It's definitely going to be gross, or it wouldn't be a challenge.
More-
it would just be here.
No,
Taste this
it's-
delicious
His-
food.
His tone,
Well, I've never
his
tried
tone
it.
changed
I've
so
never
much.
tried it.
When he said food challenge, he said, "Fuck."
yeah, but listen,
He just dropped
I
it
hate these
down.
food
more
challenges.
importantly, I made a new intro for the food challenges. That I
Oh,
think Chad's
okay.
gonna like because it's featuring him exclusively.
Oh God.
Yes.
Here it is. Here's the
Oh,
intro.
God.
Our new intro. We're trying it out. If nobody likes it, we'll change to something new. But here's
I
our
don't like
intro.
it.
Fuck you, I'm not eating this. Dude, that looks fucking disgusting. I'm not doing this. Oh, that looks so fucking awful.
Food challenge.
Oh
How
God.
you like that?
I don't like it. I don't like any of this. I don't want
awesome.
to. I don't
Let's
want
hear it.
to do
Let's
this.
hear it one more
What's
time.
up?
Just
Yeah,
take
I
it
don't
in.
want to do any of this. Oh God.
Fuck you, I'm not eating this. that looks fucking disgusting. I'm not doing this. Oh, that looks so fucking awful.
You said it's picture of me, but it is Levi laughing at me through the entire thing too.
I know it. Because he loves it. He gets fired up.
Because he loves these food challenges.
love
'Cause they're
eating
all
shit.
gross as
This
shit.
is from
Dude.
an Asian market. It's not that probably not that bad. Grilled seaweed roll.
Oh God.
Snack.
Oh Jesus. Why?
Why not? What do you think, Levi?
Try to pronounce it. What does that
Go
say?
ahead.
You know when I
Open it up.
order sushi, I always get the sushi that doesn't have the seaweed wrapped around the
For
outside.
real?
Yes, because it grosses me the fuck out.
A taka, noy.
Well, I will say there's a slight risk in me trying it because I'll try it, but I'm not gonna eat a ton because sometimes this can have some of the same stuff that that you're allergic
Well,
to
then-
in shrimp.
Well, then we're gonna
No,
we'll
I'll try
eat
some.
off the same one then.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not gonna take a bite after you because I don't want to get herpes.
I'm
but-
gonna tell you right now. I've had some seaweed snacks like you can buy at the store, and they're not great. They're really not.
So
And
this
there's an inherent fishiness about most of these snacks.
Well, this is a grilled seaweed roll, classic flavor, tasty and easy. It says on there.
It's made out of seaweed, sugar,
That-
spice,
that cart-
shiitake, cinnamon, clove, and pepper powder.
That cartoon character on there looks racist as fuck.
It does.
Look at him.
True.
I'll show it to the peeps.
Show it up there. Oh, it's like a cigar. Can we break it into 3 sections?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe this is coming through good. I mean, apparently,
It's
apparently
more sticky.
people
It's more
people are watching. I can't believe like this is uploading well from
It's-
just cell phone
It's
connection.
more sticky than I thought it would be.
Oh
That's what
God,
she said.
Oh, it's so much more sticky.
dude, there's a hair on mine, and I'm not even fucking kidding.
that's
No
a
way.
Chinese hair.
Look at it.
That's probably from me or something. I don't know.
Bullshit. That is in. It's white. Well, that could still be from you. That's certainly white. Oh, fuck!
You're getting coronavirus. You're getting goddamn
Oh,
coronavirus.
yeah, why are we eating this when the fucking coronavirus
This is
is
from
out there?
Thailand, though, so I don't think Thailand has that. Thailand? You
They're
don't-
close
like
enough.
that, do you?
That is a fucking hair. Jesus. God! I don't want to do
All right, here,
this.
here we go. Cheers, boys.
I'm eating the hair one. Ah.
What's that, man? That's not bad.
It's not good either.
No, you don't think.
It tastes like
The honey kind of tasting. Now the back end,
It's like a fishy potato chip.
it tastes like cheap ass sushi. Is what
It
it,
does.
tastes like.
Ugh.
I wonder. You
That's
think
right.
this is like what the crunch is in some of those like cheap crunch rolls?
yeah.
it's
Terrible, son.
Tobacco kind of
Oh, that shit
crunchy.
away.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it reminds me of. It's like that cheap ass like
it is the cheap sushi taste.
yeah.
That's gross. That's gross, boys.
It's not the worst thing I've ever had.
Nah, it's not the worst.
It's
thing
definitely
I've
not the
ever
worst thing I,
I
ever had.
think the fact that it's got some sweetness to it makes it a little bit more tolerable because there is some shit that where it's just like straight up like you know
Mine had a hair on it. That probably made it better.
had. You don't throw it away.
Yeah,
it's probably dog hair. It looked
Yeah.
like Maltese to me.
Yeah.
it's
They
definitely
make these in the same factory that they make dog meat. They kill dogs and make dog jerky.
oh okay. God, it's in my. Ugh.
That's not true. I just made that up.
It's definitely not the worst. Like I would rather eat a whole bag of that than take another bite of that whatever that shit that you brought, Levi.
Vegemite.
Yeah, Vegemite. Yeah, I'd that's one of the worst things ever. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get herpes now.
I don't have an outbreak. I mean, a flare up in a while. Can you
Right.
get herpes from a person who who's not
No,
who
no,
does,
no, you can't. It has
they
to be.
have to be having a flare up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Because
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I'll tell you what's troubling is knowing I'm going to be back out there at some point and knowing that I heard like a study that I mean, not a study. I heard like on the news or on the TV or something that like 30% of people have the herpes.
Mhm.
It's like a gosh darn high percentage.
Oh, dude. Well, it's like a lot. Like, I mean, I have them. I mean, but I got them.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I got them from my wife.
Oh,
when,
wow.
Yeah. Like, but we've been married like 2 years when I got it.
Hey.
Oh yeah, and just be. But see, the thing is, like, you got it, and most like she got them like
Well,
when they were kids,
But this is different.
because most
That's a
kids get them
different
from like
strand. That's not-
shaving, like sharing, sharing
shaving.
sharing like water bottles
Yeah.
or whatever shit like that. But because like you and I think she said the same thing. Like she doesn't even remember not having it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like genital herpes.
Oh well, that yeah. Oh, I thought you meant whatever mouth herpes. Cold sores.
Yeah.
30% of people have genital herpes.
That's what I heard.
So you got to wrap that shit up, son.
It's rough out there.
Wrap it before you tap it, son.
Is that a bumper sticker?
No, that is what's her Sue Johansson or whatever her name was. That was
Yeah.
that was one of her. Yeah.
But hey, if you've never had like cold sores or anything like that, and you're an adult, you don't want to get that shit now, because that's what happened to me, dude. I was sick for like a week. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's sort of like chicken pox. Like the younger you get it, it's like almost nothing. But if you get it as an adult, it fucks you up,
I
man.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
Dude, it was awful. Like
No.
they were not only were they all over my lips, they were all in my mouth and all going down my throat. Like I couldn't even eat.
Dude.
Dude,
No.
it was the fucking
No.
worst thing in the world.
Cold sores versus a canker sore. What's the difference?
Well, canker sores are on the inside of your mouth.
Okay, I've never really had a cold sore.
Well, then you don't
Why
have
not?
them. Then like you're the person. Then like don't
on,
get
bro.
it. Don't
Come on, kiss
don't
me,
be
bro.
making out with TJ or me whenever one flares up.
Now I've had canker sores
Keep
several
drinking
times,
that whiskey,
like,
son.
and basically the way I understand it is almost like an ulcer on the inside of your mouth, almost.
Yeah, they don't really know what causes canker sores. I don't know. Like, there's all these theories of like eating like high acidic foods and blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
That makes sense to me. I mean, it seems like it happens more.
I know when
frequently around
I know when I started cutting out because I used to get them like canker sores, that is, like
Yeah.
fairly regularly.
Yeah.
When I started cutting out a lot of sugars and things like that, I hadn't had one in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it probably has something to do with what you eat.
I haven't had one in a little while now. too.
Some for sure. Like if I'm eating a lot of tomatoes, like back when my family used to grow homegrown tomatoes, I would just be eating them constantly.
Yeah.
And I would be more prone to get them. But now the times it happens to me is honestly if I'm super stressed or something.
Now you're talking about cold sores. He's talking about canker sores.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Oh good.
Yeah.
though.
That's my
But
case.
Well,
it's-
cold sores.
Cold
The
I'll
thing is,
notice
the
with
cold
stress, it'll
sores.
come out of me.
Cold
Well-
sores is a virus, and when you get it, you've just got it. Like it's living in your lips
Gotcha.
forever. So if you're sick or have a cold, like where
Right.
it comes from, or if you're stressed and your immune system gets a little bit weak, then there
Yeah.
they come. They come out. So
Now, you've had a sty a couple different times in the same spot and stuff like that. What
Yeah,
causes
and
that?
I don't know if they're technically styes or if I'm having something else come out because there's some
Yeah.
other things I looked up, but the same thing, the same feeling I get when I'm about to have a fever blister, it shows itself in my eye. So,
Right.
I don't know. I'm fucked up.
that looks painful too. Like every time you have that, it's like fuck.
I don't even know what a sty is.
I mean, it's
Just
like
the eye bump in
it's
the
like a knot
bottom of your
in
eye. Like,
bump right there on the
really?
eyelid. Yeah, and
I didn't start getting those till I
I've
was
had
grown.
one before, but just very regular. It's been like maybe twice in my life, and it just it feels weird. It's like a little.
That's a
knot.
condition. Like it's
I
not like
don't
a okay.
know.
No
I
one
don't know.
knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, let's
enough
not talk about gross stuff anymore. Let's talk about like I don't know. I don't really have anything to
Oh.
talk about. But
Well, I'll talk about something not gross, but just a real frank question. All right, so I was taking a shit in a public.
you said not
not
gross.
gross.
And
Not
then
gross.
and then you start out
It's
with
not.
taking a
It's not.
shit.
It's not gross. This is more about etiquette. I was taking a shit in a public bathroom, and it's
Y'all want some
it's
of
a
this
one
while I'm
stall.
pouring?
It's a one stall bathroom. Just like a private like hallway, kind of office bathroom, and it's locked. I locked the door and I'm taking shit and stuff like that. And someone comes and knocks at the door. My question for you is: does it make more sense for a person to knock on a door that's closed on a bathroom that is like a private unisex bathroom?
They
or-
didn't try jiggling the knob.
No, they just went straight for the knock. That to me, that's almost like you're waiting on a response. I mean, at that point, do I need to be like, I'm in here, or to me, it makes more sense just to try to open the door, jiggle it from the initial go, because obviously, if you can't open the door, it's locked. Well, somebody's in there.
I don't think I've ever knocked on a stall ever. I mean,
It
you
was
can
not-
just
it's
kind
not a
of
stall. It was a
Sorry.
door, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a door down a hallway, like an
okay.
office
Well,
bathroom.
there's a lot of people that go for the like the two knock and then
Didn't start
and
pulling.
then because I guess because a lot of times like the lock can be fucked up, and
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
they kind of go for the knock first and then open it.
Yeah, like janitors will do that.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and I think that's actually who knocked on the door when I was there. But I was kind of like, man, I really don't want to fucking say anything because I say who if I say something, they
Then-
might know who
then
I am,
you're
or they
you're
might.
revealed. They know.
Yeah,
who's-
revealed.
who's
They're gonna be
stinking
like,
this place up.
"That's Levi. He shits. I knew he was
Yeah.
a shitter.
Yeah,
He's a shitter through and through. We talked about it. We knew it."
And then when I come to the bathroom, it's like, well, what caused that smell down the hall? Well, that was Levi.
Just
I know for a
shit,
fact
man.
it
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Everybody
funny.
shits. Fuck them.
I seen a clip of Rogan back in the day, and they was talking about him being on Fear Factor, being such a
Right,
big star, and he goes, I'm not. That's it. I'm just a regular guy, though. He goes, got news for you, people. Jennifer Aniston stinks nasty shits. She shits nasty shits.
Yeah.
So now I don't think she.
I used to think about.
I think Jennifer Aniston shits like strawberry yogurt, probably.
Oh, I'm sure she does. She's one of the few that does. But that's how I used to. People would say if you're ever nervous about anything, or to picture people naked, like the audience. I never had a problem speaking in front of people, but if I had to confront an authority figure about something or approach them about something, I'd always get nervous, and but I would always picture them having diarrhea. Because everybody's had diarrhea, right? And I mean, because the thing is whoever you're talking to, there is a 1,000% chance they've had diarrhea,
right?
So you just try to pick that. That's like the weakest moment you could possibly be, and not be actually like sick and down, somebody trying to get to the toilet and sitting there and just like turning loose. No one seems like a
you're not a superhero.
No one's awesome like that.
Oh man, that's great.
Except Jennifer Aniston, but everybody else has had to run their ass in there.
Yo play it, gets them. She shits them right into the container.
Are we talking about regular consistency or the whipped, or what kind of yogurt are we talking about?
We don't know. We never. Whenever TJ hooks up with Jennifer Aniston, he'll let us know.
That's right. I'll let you know. I'll have a yogurt mustache. You'll know I've accomplished it.
Selfie.
Activia.
Oh Lord have mercy. It's good for your stomach health.
Have y'all seen those memes going around where it's some young dude and he's obviously just sitting on the edge of the bed with some old lady, the picture obviously looks like they just got done having sex, and he takes a selfie, and the caption or the Snapchat line across it says PS5 paid for or something like that. PS5 secured. Well, it got to be a thing, and so there's been just a fucking ton of them. That's hilarious.
That's great.
This is over my head. I'm not understanding.
No, he's saying it's a sugar mama.
Oh, okay.
He fucked this old lady. But then it's dudes with older men and all this.
Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
That's funny.
That's pretty.
Yeah, PS5 secured or something like that.
When I was a teenager working in a clothing store, there was this one older lady that kind of pitched that to me once, and I was a little freaked out by it. Looking back, I'm like, dude, that would have been a good opportunity to make some money for doing. But
my PS2, wasn't it? About that time, wasn't it?
PS2. But at the time, you're you don't have that many sexual partners. You're I don't want to just be throwing it to some old ugly lady just for a few bucks.
Somebody you work with too. There's more repercussions.
She was a customer.
Oh, well.
So, but
still, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Fuck that.
Well, I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying it would have been I would have thought about it a little longer, probably, at some point. But back then, you're nah, no thanks. Appreciate the offer.
How old were you?
16, 17, I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I ain't saying she was old, but she was old compared to a 17-year-old. She
How old?
40 or something.
No. I'm just trying to put myself back in my 17-year-old state of mind. I would have been a hard pass on that one too.
Yeah.
A soft pass, actually.
Fair enough.
I think something would just make me feel dirty about having sex for material. If I was attracted to them, and then they want to buy me something,
that's
win-win.
Right.
But somebody was just kind of
you'd be objectified.
I don't know. I don't know that I could ever if I was just poor, then
I don't know. You just kind of put yourself in a weird, like being older now and thinking about that situation. When you're a teenager, you're just that's kind of different, cool situation. But at the same time, now looking at it, it's why would this 40-something-year-old woman want to have sex with a high schooler?
No, I know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I absolutely know why.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's TJ.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. but I mean,
I'm just messing with. But I don't know.
It's still points.
You're old enough to be her kid. To me, or even younger than her kid, potentially. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It seems so weird.
I'll just say that there's no age where men are not attracted to 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could be 70 and you see a hot 18-year-old. You'd be like, yeah.
Hot's hot. It doesn't matter if you're a man or what you're into. Hot's hot. And I mean, and a lot of people are specifically attracted to young people.
I guess.
know.
I mean, people are into all kinds of weird shit. I mean, you hear about people being into people who dress like fucking babies and weird shit. I mean, I know there's a lot
Don't
of weird people.
kink shame, Levi.
What?
Kink shame.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when you're like
You
shitting
shaming
on
them?
somebody for like their thing.
All right, yeah.
You shaming furries, man? You shaming furries?
You-
I don't even know what the fuck that is, man.
You don't know what furries is?
What's
oh,
furries?
Oh, dude.
You gotta pull something up for this?
No, I
No,
don't.
I
I
mean-
don't want to see no fucking furry anything.
Well, I gotta pull up a porn.
No, it's definitely not porn. Like it's. I mean,
They're sexually attracted to
hey,
people.
do you remember what was that show? Trigger Happy TV. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No, what is that?
Okay, well then that's not going to help you then. Basically, they have these furry conventions, and people dress up like in full animal costume, like think almost like anime style.
No, oh, you're talking about like people who dress up like mascots almost in a way.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Okay,
but
there was
they-
a Netflix TV show that was kind of hinting at that a little bit, but it was
Yeah, but
it
they
was-
have sex with each other. So they
Oh.
go to like these conventions and hotels, and it's just like they call it a furry convention, and they go and they have sex with each other. I am 100% convinced that these people are all so fucking ugly that they can't get laid. Like they're not into the actual furry thing; they're into the anonymity
Anonymity.
of it. But I think there are actually some people that are into the furry side of it. But yeah,
But if you
so like yeah, so like
you think there's a person who's like, I hope I find myself a man dressed up like a big blue furry dog. That's just what I'm into is
Yeah,
blue dogs.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's like if you can
I
do
mean,
like a little bit of
what
small
the
talk
fuck?
and then I mean they fuck like in their furry costumes. Like they're made to like
What?
yeah, like the flap like comes open, yeah, so they can fuck. Like these costumes are made for fucking.
these costumes are
this?
made for fucking,
And that's just what they'll do.
One of these days, this costume's gonna fuck all over you.
Well, I mean, what kind of businessman owns a place that's like, yeah,
Trademark.
I want to make me some furry costumes that are have fuck.
The guy that
holes.
made
Fuck
the guy that made
flaps.
fuck flaps and fuck holes in it.
the guy that made mascot costumes, and some dude was like, "Can you cut a flap in that
Hey,
for me?"
Hey, look! I mean, what does this website look? Look at the fuck hole, triple stitched fuck hole on this one. Look at these flaps with these buttons and this fucking
So
zipper.
Well,
vulgar.
we could pull
I
it
mean,
up
what
if we had some internet.
What? No, I mean, what is this? I mean,
Love how Levi said, "Can you put a fuck flap on this mask?"
I can't.
That's
believe
exactly what it is.
I can't
It's a
believe
fuck
that's
flap
a
for
real
sure.
thing.
I can't believe you haven't heard about this.
No.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I think there's probably a large portion of it too that are gay guys that don't want to be like openly gay, and so like they're doing it
Oh,
through
yeah.
this way.
Oh yeah.
I
not
wonder
like
like at a
glory
furry
holes.
convention like what the like man to woman ratio is on
That's
it.
a good question.
I mean it's going to be highly men because anything perverted is going to be highly men like sided
Yeah.
because men will do fucking anything.
Sure.
I
Like,
guess that's fair.
yeah. Like I always believe when you see those like giant like dildos, that's for a dude.
You think so?
I think so. Like I mean, I think there's a handful of women that
Oh,
are in
sure.
it, but I think like
Are you talking giant in girth or giant in length?
giant and everything. Just those like ridiculous dildos you see. those that look like a truck axle, like that level.
The filthiest episode we've ever done. What is wrong with us?
I don't know. Why are we
Furries,
talking about all this?
Furries, giant Nazi dildos.
What is wrong with
Oh,
us?
God.
No.
We started out so normal. We were just talking about whiskey for like a
Well,
long time.
To keep this shit going, the grossness. Did
Oh,
y'all see
God.
Gwyneth Paltrow's candle?
No.
Now, okay, I
I-
did.
I've
no,
not-
I
I've not
saw
heard
this.
it-
I will
what-
saw this, but I want to
her
preface
candle?
this. I want to preface this
She
by
make
saying,
candles?
hold on, shh, you're like talking over while people are talking. Like it is as a joke.
Is it really?
You have to understand.
I
It
didn't know
definitely
that.
is a
I
joke.
just seen a picture of it. I was like, what the hell?
Well, you tell the story, and then
Well, I'll show Levi.
or tell what it is.
Okay. So there's a candle that Gwyneth Paltrow's selling, and here's what it.
The thing is, though, Gwyneth Paltrow was known for
Shit,
selling
picture
those
here.
rocks that you put in your vagina, like healing rocks.
I'm trying-
What?
I'm
So
trying to
that's
pull
why
up-
everybody
are
thinks this is
these?
real.
I don't know about this either.
I didn't see that
Literally,
somewhere.
like it's that dumb. It's a rock you put in your pussy, and it makes you.
Is it smooth at least?
I think it's like egg shaped.
Is she the one
Okay.
that has a new Netflix show though, where she tries a bunch of crazy shit to see if it makes you better? Like
I don't.
including psychedelic medicine.
No,
So
I don't
no
think
idea.
so.
There's a new Netflix show like that. Anyways, internet's down. So I'll just tell you,
Yeah, we
it's a
got no-
candle that says, "This candle smells like my vagina" on it.
That's what it says.
That's what it says on the side of the candle.
Yeah,
Oh, you
And
know,
so-
there's a ton of
and-
pervs there
And
buying
so
that candle.
the internet's blowing up about
So-
it. But apparently
Speaking of-
she got into. That would be great if you had
I
one.
wish I had one.
Who? I mean,
Well, no, what happened was is they were trying to make candles to do it, and they made this one, and somebody said that smells like vagina, and then so they were like, "That's
Okay.
fucking funny," and they put that label on it and started selling it.
oh.
So that it's not really as
So it's a
weird,
joke.
right?
I'm
So
good with
like,
that.
So
they-
can we
they
make a
sold
candle?
it.
This smells like dick, and then just make dick candles?
This smells like my ball sweat.
Yeah,
I would buy a.
but nobody
Derek-
wants to smell ball sweat.
I
People
would
want to
buy
smell
a
vagina.
Derek Lewis hot balls candle.
That
I
would
would
be
buy
pretty
that
funny.
all day long.
But people believe it because, like I said, with the whole whatever I said, the
Oh, the
vagina
rock.
stone
Vagina
thing.
rocks.
Yeah, that was so weird and out there that everybody's like, well, of course she's selling a vagina scented candle. Like that's
hilarious.
but
Good old Gwyneth.
yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Was that a Tales of the Guano?
It's
Oh,
time
shit. I called it.
for the Tales of the Guano.
It's like I can sense it. I can feel it
He's
coming.
coming on.
Without the internet, I'm gonna have to try to tell these stories my best way that I know how. So I
I
might
know.
lose a little
Is it-
something.
Is the internet still up? I don't know. I don't want to.
My tablet's not picking it up. I just tried,
Okay.
so it's
I
still
don't,
down.
I don't want to like call out any IP providers, but goddamn,
Call them out.
no, I'm not gonna do that. I know. I don't. We have definitely like shit talk companies by name, but I feel like we shouldn't. I don't know.
Well,
Seems wrong.
I would.
Well, unless you're a
wouldn't-
sponsor, fuck you. No, I mean, I don't know.
I
don't
wouldn't.
care that
I
much.
wouldn't shit talk.
but now you're shit talking potential sponsors. Now I don't think any IP providers.
Now,
is
you
gonna
sponsor this show, we'll love the shit out of you. We'll put you on
Nah.
everything.
Look,
We'll
he's a
we'll
whore.
wear t-shirts,
He's a whore.
everything.
Now, why wouldn't you have sex with the old lady for a PlayStation?
Oh yeah, you're about
No,
to whore
that-
out your morals and
that's
your
different.
word.
What's different? He said.
I'm not having to do anything for that money except talk to you assholes. So I mean that's all good.
I know, but then
And drink whiskey. I mean, this is much better than the old lady fucking that you're talking about.
I don't know.
I-
She's 40. She wasn't that old. I mean, as a 36-year-old man, that didn't seem that old now.
Hey, speaking of which, I was watching an old SNL episode, and Tim McGraw was the host, and he went to this bar and was just talking to the bartender, and the bartender was like, "What's wrong with you?" And Tim McGraw was like, "Well, me and my old lady." He said, "Ugh, gross! You're fucking an old lady," and I just died laughing, man. That's so great.
I
mean,
don't think about that. Why do dudes?
Why
we're
do
like
people say
shitting
that?
right over
Yeah.
TJ's telling Guano. Like we're
No.
changing the
Oh
subject.
no, but I'm
But
sorry.
why do people call their wife their old
Old
lady?
lady.
That's like such a weird.
One of my employees said, "Oh, my old man," and I was just like,
It was a woman talking about her husband.
yeah,
She called him her old man.
her old man,
There
yeah.
you go.
I see it when people are talking about their parents,
Yeah, the old.
but I've never heard anybody talk about their mom saying old lady. But
No.
they say their old man for their dad.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I get that, but she's.
I don't think I've ever heard a woman talk
now-
about her husband as
But
old
my
man.
my first job, I heard that pretty regular. They say my old lady.
Oh
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they call lunch supper for whatever.
No, they
freaking
call it
reason.
dinner.
Or dinner. Yeah,
Yeah.
dinner for.
But you
lunch.
look it up though. Dinner means the most prominent meal of the
Yeah.
day, and so if you're eating a bigger lunch than you are supper, then
That
yeah,
is
it
dinner.
would
yeah,
be
that's
dinner.
exactly it. And a lot of
Okay, so there's some
especially
legitimacy to that.
yeah,
Okay, I
especially
got you.
older people, like dinner was the big meal today.
Yeah.
Because they would work and then they would fucking have a big ass dinner and then or lunch and then
Go
like
back
at
out.
night, yeah, they'd go back out and they wouldn't do that much.
Yeah,
I got you.
later.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
No, I
Proceed,
looked, I
sir.
looked that up. That's it. I know a lady who calls her husband my bald man.
Wait,
which is so weird.
you're talking about like not having internet. Do you want to use my phone to like look up because I know you're streaming on like your phone.
Yeah. That's
Oh, yeah,
true,
that's true. Yeah,
I
that-
actually
that'll
have
help.
a phone here. I didn't even think about it. I have a work phone here I can use for this kind of stuff.
Hold on, let me close out all my.
No, I got it.
On my
I'll
tabs.
use this.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. So this one here, this is just something I saw in an email actually from, well, shit. I don't know how to cut off my. I saw this in an email from Spotify. They now have playlist for your pets.
What?
What?
So you go on there and you pick what your pet is, and they give you like 6 options, like parakeet, like it's like bird, dog, cat, like stuff like that. And then you pick your animal's personality.
Oh, can you plug this up and play us something?
What
Well,
the fuck?
And I read further into it, and what it ends up doing is it's like they try to, it'll like if you pick cat, and then you pick like he's high energy, they might play you like cat scratch fever.
All right, so
So it's a joke. Like the whole thing is a joke. Okay.
I was gonna say, give me a
But-
high energy gay parakeet. Let's do that. Let's see what it comes up.
Come a chameleon. I don't know. But what this made me think of is, there's all these like streaming things for animals. There's like channels you can get on your TV now for like pets that stay at home. It's
That's
like,
cool.
I've always heard people say that, like, I'll leave my TV on for my dog or something. I feel like the dog would way rather the TV be off. Like,
you think so? Like
Maybe-
it gets on their nerves a little bit.
well, I just feel
I
like
don't know.
the thing is I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I feel like unless you have like a pretty high end speaker system, there's probably a lot of like static and high pitched noises that you can't hear that the dog can, and they probably find it really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that. That makes sense.
But what if
I don't
it's
know.
like
My dog
it's like,
sleeps through everything, so I don't know.
rabbits like running or something? It keeps them entertained. I guess the
Maybe
theory is
so.
here to fight off boredom.
The thing is, like, they're like, oh, my dog needs this while I'm not here. Like, well, how the fuck you know? Like, unless you got a camera set up, like, how do you
I don't
know
what he does.
Yeah,
what he does? Or, yeah, or how
that's a
worried
good
he
point.
is.
That's a good point.
I just feel like
mean-
I feel like it. Like, dogs are so chill. Like, that's why dogs are so fucking cool, because they'll do
Well,
whatever.
cats
I've
are
always
chill
I've
too,
always thought
though.
it was great. Well, cats are, but I mean, the thing I've always thought about dogs is like, you could set like you think about like where a dog may sleep in your house, and you could set up like a board that the dog has to jump over every time they go in and out, and the dog would just do it.
Yeah,
right? They would just go and they would just jump over. A human being would see that board and be like, fuck this shit. I'm not even going out there. Like, you can go fuck yourself. You think I'm jumping over this fucking board.
Yeah, it's
like-
true.
But dog don't even give a fuck. They just like do it.
This
Yeah.
is the obstacle. This is what I got to do. They don't
Yeah,
even think
whatever.
About what,
Just jump
whether
over
it's
it.
stupid
Like,
or not.
like dogs are so dissatisfied with their environment. And I think that's just something.
can
to
learn
even-
something
But
from
you're
that.
right about that
Yeah.
because like for the longest time, I have a twin, so for me it was a bunk bed, and at first I was like, man, I want that top bunk, but then after a while I was just, man, fuck climbing that ladder. I'll take the bottom
And
one.
it's hotter up there.
Yeah,
That's the other thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hot up on top bunk. I mean,
For real.
it's
Yeah,
terrible.
when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh yeah, bunk beds, yeah, like that would be fucking cool. Get on top." And I remember we went on like this field trip that was like a weekend in like second grade, and I was like, "I'll fucking murder somebody to get that top bunk. Like I am get that top bunk." And I had that motherfucker. And then when I went to college, our stuff was in bunk beds, and I was like, "I'm getting that bottom bunk." and I opened up the door. And motherfucker shit was already moved in. He already had it on the bottom bunk, and I was like, God damn, like I was so
Did you
fucking
get
pissed.
top?
Yeah, I had a whole semester on top bunk. Fucking sucked.
It's so funny to have bunk bed. Is that common?
Well, it was great because you're in a dorm
You got
room,
more
so you got way the fuck more room. We
That's
had so much space for activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're bringing a college girl over, and you're like, I'm on the top bunk.
Oh
That's rough.
But then again,
No,
on the
we-
bottom,
we-
the bottom
yeah,
bunk
yeah.
would be bad too, though.
We didn't do it on the bed.
It's not. It's not good.
Well, it's better than a top bunk.
Well, I mean, there's no on top action going on. I mean, you get head bumping. I mean, most bunk beds are pretty shallow. I mean, you're not getting a whole lot of.
Well, it depends on how much
head
ceiling you
space.
got.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't feel like I had a problem with like headspace.
Yeah.
So I don't-
Oh, I feel like that was a dirty joke. I don't know.
It sounded like one.
It
It
did.
wasn't there.
All right, the next one. That was it. That was a little warm up to get us going here.
Yeah.
The next one is Virginia Beach, Virginia. A U.S. postal carrier is facing charges after he kept undelivered mail in a storage unit because he was overwhelmed.
Is this Newman?
I'd so new.
Dude.
When I read it, I was like,
Is this Newman off Seinfeld?
This is 100% Newman. It's the same story, but this is real life.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
real life. I thought of that immediately. According to WTKR, Jason Dela Cruz told authorities he rented a storage unit for $49 a month. And when he could not finish his mail route, he would drop off undelivered mail there. He says he was overwhelmed and couldn't complete his deliveries because he was falling behind. Authorities found almost 5,000 pieces of mail, mostly advertisements. Some of the undelivered mail included letters from the Department of Motor Vehicles, insurance companies, and the IRS. WTKR
That is
says
amazing.
he's been working as a postal carrier since June of 2018. And the investigation started when a witness sent a picture of his behavior and his license plate to post office officials.
This dude was paying $50 a month to not do his job.
Yeah, he says.
I mean, I guess it balanced out. I mean, I guess he was getting paid more.
He said he felt pressure to complete his route. So he was feeling pressure.
Felt pressure to complete his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you were.
Instead of saying, I'm struggling here, I can't get it, he was like, $49 a month, I can just dump this shit.
Well, I mean, hey, but that happens everywhere because, like, in the fast food business where we're at, McDonald's or whatever, when they sit there for a while, you're supposed to throw them away. That people just reset that fucking timer and then just start using them patties because, like, man, fuck that, I'm not cooking fresh patties.
So you're saying they would.
Why do they care? Why would they care about cooking fresh? Like, why?
Because it's a pain in the ass. You burn your fucking fingers. You got to cook them and you got to wait on them.
Oh, you don't just put them in a thing and cook them.
You put them in a tray. It's like a warmer and stuff. So people, you set a timer and after 30 minutes, you're supposed to throw them away because they're no longer fresh.
I've never worked at McDonald's, but I've worked in McDonald's, and I always feel like it's like amazing how automated everything is.
But that's the system.
I bet that's more so now than when he worked there. Even probably, I bet.
Same process because I mean, like I saw you in Nashville like sometime last year installing shit at a building. Went and did that at McDonald's last year. It's the same process inside. Basically, you cook the meat. You got these food warming equipment type systems where you take these trays and put it in there, and it keeps it regulated, circumvents the heat and makes it to where you keep the freshness, like it seals it and stuff like that. But it's still after a certain amount of time, you're supposed to throw it away because it's not its optimum freshness or the experience.
Fuck you, McDonald's people, throw that shit away.
But it's not just McDonald's; it's every fucking fast food restaurant.
Of course, I ain't eat anything from McDonald's in a lot of years now.
I mean, have you ever had you've definitely had like a burger or a chicken sandwich somewhere where it's just like this just doesn't taste quite as good as it should. It's probably most of the time they dip it back into the fryer for a minute just to get it nice and hot and be like, there you go. They'll never know. And then just throw it on a fucking sandwich and you're eating it.
I don't understand why it's like that big a deal to just cook another one. Like, your job is not that fucking hard. Just cook another one.
These are lazy ass 16-year-olds. That's what happens.
Well, it is funny. I think about this when I'm going to fast food all the time, that I'm having food. I'm paying for food prepared by people that I would never go to their house for dinner. Like if they were, like a bunch of,
that's very true.
There's like 16, 17-year-olds were like, come over, we're gonna cook you a
If it was a potluck, you would like try to figure out what they brought.
No, but yet I go and pay because I trust the system is in place to where they can't fuck it up too bad. But I'll tell you, Wendy's was a little different. You kept it on the grill. That was where I worked at, and once it made it to the end, you would, if you didn't have it for a sandwich, you would put it into a tray up top, but it wasn't served anymore. It was used for the chili at that point.
Oh, okay.
And then the chili was pressurized and like cooked and like different. So like it wasn't any risk.
Yeah, when you're eating the chili, like it's fairly obvious you're eating older hamburger patties.
That's exactly what it is.
But I don't care. It's really good. It's cheap. What is it, like $1 for like a bowl of chili?
Yeah,
things. It's good as shit.
Dude, I was in Wendy's not long ago and I seen like a guy got 2 like KFC looking buckets full of chili and like a bunch of crackers and took them out with him. Like he was going to a party and bringing freaking Wendy's chili.
Dude, and that ain't even.
That's good.
I mean, it's not as good as like my wife cooks chili or like some people like that know how to cook chili, cook it. But I mean, when you're just out and it's cold,
it's good chili.
And Wendy's is sitting right there and you can get some Wendy's chili, man.
Well, hey, I have a question about chili. So like when you see like chili competitions, like, or even when you go to a store, it says like chili with beans.
Yeah.
So to me, chili is not chili without fucking beans in it.
It's just funny. I had this. I heard literally today. I went to a restaurant that's known for their chili for lunch, and I had a thing of chili. And the guy behind the bar, it's like a bar / restaurant. He told me, he said that chili doesn't like original chili when it was first invented, like didn't have beans in it.
Yeah.
Well, and like that was the more like thing they added now. And like there's still some chili you do without beans.
Which to me, like. Still, again, like if that even was how it was, that's meat sauce. That's not fucking chili. I mean, you're just talking about like what I'm thinking of is like manwich shit. Is almost what chili is.
I agree. I mean, I think I like my chili on a lighter bean side.
Meat, light bean.
Yeah,
I like a 50-50 ratio. It don't bother me.
No, not 50-50. No. I don't know what my ratio is, but it's definitely more more meat. The thing that like really triggers me on chili is when it's like all watery.
Oh yeah.
That's
no, I'm agree.
that's
you
like
a little
like
more pasty.
fuck that
little
shit.
more-
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
to me,
chili
it's almost
should
better the
be
second day, in a way.
like chili should almost be able to be used as dip if you want it to be. Like,
Yeah.
like it needs to be this thick, meaty, beany. What and don't put no fucking noodles or any of that in it. Like
I 100% agree with you. I
don't
hate it when
do
people
that shit.
I like noodles in chili, but I don't prefer it.
No, I don't.
But I think it tastes
But
pretty
I like Fritos and chili.
Yeah, now I like Fritos, but the thing is, okay, I'm going to say noodles and chili may not be that bad, but don't cook it that way. Let me put my
Let you make
own.
that decision.
Yeah, a la carte.
Yeah,
for sure.
let me decide how much I want of anything. Like the thing is, if somebody like I like cheese and chili and sour cream and all that, but I don't want somebody to fix it all up and hand it to me.
Yeah,
I want to do my own. And like my wife, she does
My wife.
the cheese and are you going to do that every single time I say my wife?
My wife.
You've done that every single
I can't help
podcast.
it. I can't
Every
help
single
it.
podcast. But anyhow, she does she puts the cheese and sour cream and all that and like stirs it up. And
Yeah.
I'm against that. I like to distribute my cheese and my sour cream in like each bite.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Like I don't mind. I want
You
to.
don't stir it up.
No.
I'm the same way. And
You stir yours up?
I don't know.
it
Trying to think about
it affects the experience because to me, like, there's something about the temperature change and everything. Like when you get a spoonful of chili
It's
that's
about that
hot,
texture.
you got the cold creaminess of the sour cream, and then you got the cheese kind of melting in your mouth,
Ooh,
and you
that sounds
process it
good
and stuff
right
like that. The
Oh,
process
goddamn, I
there
want some
is
chili
much
so
better.
bad right now.
I wish I had
Dude,
chili, man.
you just
God
sold it
dang,
to me.
dude.
This is some straight up chili porn
I know.
going
I
right
would-
here.
I would like you
It's
to-
about that complexity.
not to change. I would love for you to record an album of just you describing different recipes,
You know what I did
Oh,
today?
like
dude.
in a real
know what-
breathy voice.
You know what I did today?
What'd you do?
I did
I don't
a.
know. I wanna
How it
know.
relates to this? You know what I did today?
I was a judge of a soup competition at work today.
Oh,
And we called it our Super Bowl party.
that's
Soup.
funny.
Ah,
the way to
I
like
see
that.
what you're doing there.
we there was not a ton of participation. I only had 5 different soups or whatever. But man, I was
Was it 5
like,
suits
so hard.
or was it whatever?
It was it
He's
was
fucking
six.
with what I say. I'm fucking
No.
with what you
No,
say.
I'm not
It-
fucking with you.
it was-
I'm just. I can't help
it
but do a
was-
boat
it
rat
was-
impression.
it was 4, and then there was one that I wouldn't call a soup,
What would you call it?
a chili.
Oh, okay.
man.
It
Yeah,
was
okay.
definitely a chili.
Yeah, chili's hard to put in a soup category. It's chili's just chili.
Yeah.
If your chili can be categorized as soup, you fucked up your chili.
You fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
you fucked
Well,
up.
Yeah.
because there was one I tried that it was supposed to be taco soup, had no flavor. It was just it was like
Goddamn,
almost
this
like
whiskey's
someone
so good.
it was like someone poured like canned ingredients in there and then warmed it up with no flavor.
Asshole.
Now I've had taco soup that's really fucking good.
Yeah, taco soup can be awesome. It can be like almost cheating when it comes to a soup competition because it's that fucking good. But this time,
Yeah.
I was just like, this is last place. The other stuff there was 2 people who attempted to do like a cheeseburger soup, and one was pretty good. The other one was like that watery likeness that you talk about. So
Yeah.
it's like ingredients, and the wateriness was like almost like you just took heavy whipping cream and just have it like super hot, and all the ingredients just sunk down to the bottom. Because when I scooped it out, it's almost like it just all fell right out of the ladle, and you just had like the solid elements.
I
and
was
that
gonna
it.
say like soup could be watery, but I think the only watery soup I like is chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Like I think I like all my soups to be a little thicker.
I don't know. You
like a
can
good
like
chowder.
like a minestrone soup
Yeah.
or something like that.
I don't know what that
good.
is.
Italian soup, or it's typically like kind of like a chicken noodle soup in a way. I mean,
I would always get
Flavors.
creamy chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Because that shit is way better. That's where you make it with like milk. You got to put milk in it with it
Yeah.
and cook it together.
Fire.
Oh god, it's so
you
good.
get a wild
I
chicken.
think we
and
talked
rice,
about
man.
soup
Wild,
way too fucking long.
I don't know, man. You can
Wow.
never talk about soup too long.
wild chicken and rice.
That's good. Publix does have good soup.
Yes.
Hey, before we move to the next one, I have a new soundbite y'all haven't heard. I took it from Connor. Listen to this. I thought this was perfect for us.
That's one of the things I love about whiskey. You've got to respect it. You've got to respect that liquid because if you don't, It will come and get you.
Oh, dude. I thought it was going to be this like hilarious shit talk, but it's just Connor keeping it real. Like, you've got to respect the whiskey.
Because it will
He
come
said
and
he
get
was
you.
drinking too much whiskey before the Khabib fight. And
You know what'd be a good soundbite? It's just Connor going, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
That's good.
That is good.
Almost anything Connor says would be a good soundbite. That was the funny thing.
I like Connor in this. I like cool, like laid back Connor, but I kind of miss like hardcore shit talking
Yeah.
Connor.
Well, post fight Connor is pretty nice dude. I mean, he seems like somebody would be pretty cool to
Yeah.
hang out with. Even in defeat, he's a chill, pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
for the most
We
part.
all got to get together and watch that last fight though.
I know
I'm
that was
gonna be
fun.
happy. We
That was
don't
fun.
we don't get together too much when we're not doing a
I
podcast.
know that was fun.
That was a lot of fun to get to see that Connor and Cowboy fight.
We got to make a point to do more of that this year.
Yeah, that was
Dude.
We
fun.
got to.
I'm
Got to.
I'm absolutely down to do it.
Me too.
Definitely.
Like I said, I've got the ESPN Plus now. So, and the thing is, like you talked about, you buy the pay-per-view through ESPN Plus
Mhm.
now, which I mean, you're kind of paying more, but at the same time, it was way the fuck better and easier
Yeah,
than
way
it was
easier, for
doing
sure.
the pay-per-view the way it was before.
Okay.
Because like I paid for it online. And then, we just watched the prelims.
Right.
We switched over to the fight.
It was
Like
real simple.
everything was just super smooth.
Mhm.
And it was nice. And then last weekend, I watched just the regular, not free fights, but the ESPN Plus fights,
Right.
the not pay-per-view fights. And it was just nice, man. Just having
Click
it on
down.
there.
And you have
Yeah.
some old fights too that you can go back and watch on there, don't you?
I don't know. I hadn't even looked into any
Yeah,
of
you got
that.
to check into that because I think it has like old
ESPN,
fights too.
MMA is like the only sport that I care about, but
So
it's not that much. I'm paying like $7 a month for it and Hulu. So
yeah, okay, that's great.
like, yeah,
since
it's not that
since
bad.
we're just on sports, just a quick tidbit before we go to your next subject.
Yeah,
Raise your glass to Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah,
May he rest
poor
in
Kobe.
peace. The Mamba mentality live on forever.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one of them like celebrity deaths that kind of hit you that you wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
It's like
it's tragic,
fuck,
man.
Like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, for like, I feel like it's more my generation, maybe not necessarily you guys, because you saw more of Michael Jordan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be almost the equivalent of someone who was born in the like late 70s, who if Michael Jordan died at 41 or something like that. I mean, I know a lot of people I went to high school with that were huge Kobe fanatics and just
Kobe was
kind of
more
grew up
likable
with
than
him.
Michael Jordan, though, in my opinion.
yeah, and like now that we got the internet out, we find out Michael Jordan's kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
Like he's kind of a big fucking piece of shit, but not a piece of shit, but he's an asshole for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I liked him in
He's
Space
ki- I mean,
Jam for sure, but
yeah.
that's not real life.
Yeah, he did help out the Looney Tunes, which is
Yeah,
pretty good.
Which was a
Yeah.
good move for him.
and people who shit talk on LeBron James, man, I just don't get it.
Right.
Dude seems like a very
I
like,
should talk on LeBron James, so
more-
I'm on that.
he I don't know. I mean, he's cocky at times, but for the most part, he's a pretty humble guy. For the most part, like he pays respect to the people who paved the way for him.
It's an act. Fuck him.
Why do you think that?
I mean, people could say, it, but hey,
Well, here's what I say for LeBron. He got a ton of money when he was 18.
Yeah.
I mean, like a ton of money, and has only made from a PR perspective, he's made 2 snafus in his entire career. One was the decision, which we know that was kind of cringy.
Yeah.
And the other
That
one was
horribly cringy.
the
That's
other
when
one-
that's when I first knew who he was. I knew who the fuck he was.
oh,
And I'm
dude.
here, I'm learning about him from this decision thing, and I'm like, I could like
Right.
fuck everything about this guy.
But that was his first snafu. He got millions at 18.
I don't
and
blame him
It was
at
It
all.
was a nice guy. Like,
But that don't mean I
everything
gotta
right.
like him.
And then his second snafu is, obviously the tweets about the China thing.
Oh,
It's kind of a
God.
fucked up
Yeah,
thing.
I-
That
fucked up
was
there.
so bad. That was so fucking bad. It's like, and then he wanted to talk about those tweets about how people aren't informed and aren't intelligent. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, like what?
And that's the only part.
Like,
I
did he
couldn't
even
defend
finish
him.
high?
Yeah.
Like, he did finish high school, but I bet he didn't do fucking shit because I bet he got his diploma handed to him. He damn sure didn't do
Oh,
anything in college.
Definitely no. In high school, like if you go back and look at his career, I mean, he had everything handed to him on silver
Right.
platters because he was dominating high school.
Right.
I mean, he was, fucking obliterating teams by himself.
But
There
he-
is no teacher that would have failed him.
But he's not been an asshole though, and he's not been
No.
like a
That
worse-
was an asshole. That was fucking.
until this China
But
thing.
you're sucking China's dick. Like I'm
Oh,
pissed
but listen,
at
though,
anybody that's doing that.
but I'm with you on that. I couldn't defend that.
Yeah, I
But
get-
up until that point though, I mean, he didn't
He's
really
good
have
to-
that much bad from
No,
PR.
But that's the
perspective.
thing, though. Like the whole China thing, though. Like that's like Blizzard as a video game company, who I've like spent a lot of fucking hours playing their games. Like I can't even stomach looking at anything of theirs now because they were all on China's dick during that. Did we talk about this on the last podcast? That whole Hearthstone thing.
Yeah.
Like I just can't even hardly stand to look at anything of theirs now. Like I don't know. Like when you're changing, when you're trying to silence Americans, and which is what LeBron was doing and what Blizzard did, when you're trying to silence Americans to appease another fucking country,
Did you have a financial interest
like
in?
you can fuck all the yous. Like what?
Yeah.
Like how do you say fuck you but worse? Like that's what I want to say to all those people. Like fuck every bit of you.
Fuck them in the neck.
Yeah. Fuck them in the
neck. We need that. We need that soundbite on there for sure.
Yeah, the coon dogs.
Yeah, shout out to the coon dogs, dude.
But after he passed, I started looking at the stats and stuff like that for where people stood all time. Because actually, the Friday before Kobe passed, LeBron passed up Kobe Bryant on the all-time scorers list in the NBA history as the third highest scoring player of all time. Michael Jordan is fifth, Kobe was fourth, and LeBron is now third.
So hang on, let me guess 2 and 1.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. All-time scoring.
All-time scoring.
All right, hold on. Give me the names again. Sorry.
Michael was fifth, Kobe was fourth, LeBron is third. Who are the two names?
Second one would be Wilt Chamberlain. Has to be one of them. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was not one.
Neither.
Shit.
I would not know who would score more than those two.
I'll give you. I'll give you a hint if you ask for it.
Okay, let me guess one more time.
I mean, I feel like these are names. Am I going to know both these names?
You should.
You should. Yeah, fair enough. I should. It's
Bill-
not.
Bill
but it's not Larry Bird.
Bill Russell.
It's not Magic Johnson.
It's not Dr. J.
It's not Scottie Pippen.
One was during y'all's era for sure.
Karl Malone.
Yes.
For real?
Number 2 on the list.
The mailman.
The mailman, Karl Malone.
I didn't know.
Dude,
I never watched any basketball. I was just going off
I rooted for Utah Jazz back then too.
Very last one is a Laker, but it is not Magic Johnson.
It's not Shaq.
It is not Shaq.
No, it's a Laker.
Older.
Not Magic Johnson.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no way I know.
Who is it?
He's the number one scorer of all
names.
time.
Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That is correct. So
and he also learned and fought, trained with Bruce Lee and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah. Really? He was actually in the Double Dragons movie as a martial artist.
In a Bruce Lee movie.
Wait, hold on. Are y'all talking about the same movie? Bruce Lee was in Double Dragons?
No,
Double Dragons.
No,
okay.
Enter the Dragons.
Yeah.
Enter the Dragons.
But he was in the Double Dragon video game based movie.
I never saw that.
He was
a
fighting zombie. It was terrible.
When I was a kid, it looked awful.
It was terrible. But anyways, I started looking up all the statistics, and LeBron's at like 34,000 and Kareem's at 38,000.
Oh.
So I mean,
LeBron's
gonna get past that for
can't
sure.
Believe freaking Karl Malone is on the
just barely. He's like at 35 or something like that. But anyways, when it's all said and done, LeBron is gonna be the number one scorer in all time. Right now, he's 8th on assist list or whatever. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant aren't even in the top 25 on assist at all. And matter of fact, they're not even. They're at right side of the top 50 for the most part.
They ain't assisting nobody.
And
People assisting them.
Not that. But
Ron Swanson just fell down and fucked up the whole thing.
I tripped over a wire. It was my foot.
Not only that, but LeBron is like 13th in rebounds. I mean, like across the board. It's crazy.
About Kobe, we start sucking LeBron's dick here. We always do that.
But what I was gonna say is like so that statistically, LeBron's gonna be the best player all time, and then Kobe is actually higher than Michael Jordan on a lot of things.
Yeah,
more so than I thought. So when looking at it, I mean, Kobe statistically had a better career than Michael Jordan.
You know what? Kobe's not higher than Michael Jordan on being the best ever.
NBA titles. But actually, it's pretty close. Jordan had 6, Kobe had 5. It's pretty fucking close.
You know what's really weird? My middle daughter loves basketball and like knows about it, and I don't even know where she sees it. Her mom doesn't watch basketball. I don't watch basketball much. She knows this shit.
Is it like an online like group she's involved in, or
she's 9, and she told me when Kobe Bryant died. Like we're sitting in a Chinese restaurant together, and I was telling her about it. And she goes, "Oh, he's the one that had he was the best five times, wasn't he?" And I was like, "Yeah, how the hell do you know this?"
And she was like, "Because I keep up with shit."
I know, and
Motherfucker, don't question me
we
again.
never watched it at home, but we were at a pizza place the other day, and it was a Lakers game, Lakers and Clippers or something was on.
Yeah, that they had to postpone the game. Which, by the way, just a random sports fact.
Yeah,
They've only postponed 3 NBA games of all time. One was for the JFK assassination. The other was for 9/11, and then
Kobe's death. Oh man.
So
Dang.
that's how much respect Kobe got out of that. They were making a big fiasco about that, but I mean,
Yeah, but
That
no,
was
I mean, she
kinda
was
big
just
deal.
watching the game and like really like glued to it. I'm like, how? Like, it's crazy that somebody like when your parents aren't getting you into it, that you could just be really into basketball randomly. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it into basketball
What are
until
you
the
eating?
playoffs start.
Yeah.
Are you
Sorry.
eating something?
Levi's crunching a cough drop or
Cough
something.
drop.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
Ricola. I thought he was eating some more seaweed.
No, I probably should though. It wasn't terrible.
It's terrible.
It
It
wasn't great.
I'm
I
not
didn't
taking
love
it home with me. Don't even try to push it off on me later. But
The food.
That's one of the things I love about whiskey. You've got to respect it. You've got to respect that liquid, because if you don't, it will come and get you. So
it will come and get you.
He's damn right about that.
All right, number 3 on the Tales of the Guano. Let me read this. Vermont. Let me just tell you, Vermont as a state has a bill right
Wait
now.
a minute. I'm gonna finish this.
They have a bill right now going through where they would allow emojis on license plates as like a
Now, how the fuck the cop's calling it in? He was like, "It's L2 crying face, L OK sign, 100%, 100%."
What the fuck is this world coming to? You got
eggplant
fucking dogs.
peach.
You got your dog's got fucking playlist on Amazon, and then you got fucking emojis.
But
for
it's like
symbols.
hieroglyphics. Why not? You
Yeah,
know?
out of all like the things that like license plate can't have to make sure they don't put like ass accidentally or things like that. Like,
You're gonna have
How
an eggplant emoji
how
on there
the
before too
world
long.
are they going to police all the vulgar combinations of emojis? There's
It
no.
made me laugh.
It's gonna be a smiley face licking his lip and a eggplant going on.
The one. Did you see the girl who had the? She just got this license plate, but her license plate was L number 8 number 4 A N L.
Late
Late
for
for
anal.
anal?
That was our legit like randomly assigned license plate. Well, what happened there?
I don't know.
I just lost,
legs
Yeah, what do you?
still here.
I don't hear myself at all now.
I got restless legs. syndrome here.
myself.
I think you straight up unplugged my mic somehow.
How did I do that?
I don't know.
Your
Or
mic?
maybe my headphones. Do y'all hear me? Oh, now I hear myself.
Yeah, you're good.
I think you fixed it whenever you touched the.
It's probably this little connection there, because that was the one TJ's footsteps on earlier. So
God, I'm sorry. I got to keep my
We-
goddamn
t-
foot
t-
still.
t-
I'm sorry.
We
all
gotta
good.
we're gonna have to tape up the. We gotta get some wire
wire
got-
management.
All
management.
kinds
That's the
of
word I was looking for there.
Yeah,
All kinds of technical difficulties going on, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's
Tonight.
just one of them
I think
days.
season 3 would be good, but we're like fucking.
Yeah, we started out like
No,
hard.
amateurs.
Yeah, we got the good whiskey, and then the internet went down, and
It's all right though.
yeah, it's all right.
It's all good. Let me read this
the
story
way we
though.
live.
With their ability to add a dash of color to and whimsy to a text message, emoji have God damn. Let me skip a little bit of the color in this article.
Okay.
The bill introduced by Democrat Rebecca White would allow drivers to add one of 6 emoji to their license plates. The pictographs would be in addition to whatever combination of letters and numbers the state's commissioner of motor vehicles assigns to the car or a driver picks for themselves. So you won't have to worry about saying something like thinking face, smiling face with hard eyes and face of tears of joy the next time you report to Vermont.
Man, can you imagine a cop calling that shit in? We got a smiley face, sad face. I don't know what that one is. That one looks like he's anxious.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah, we got sad face. Is it half sad face or is it hard sad face?
Yeah, is it man?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, man.
Is there a tear in the eye? Is it sad face with a tear or sad face no tear?
Dude, this brings up a good point. I really wish there were a label under every emoji because I have a hard time with all the different faces. There's so many different emotions you can.
Well, they
convey.
all have a label,
Well, hey,
but it's
you
you just
remember-
don't see it.
You remember
I
back
don't
in the
know
day,
what it
you used to have that like little magnet sheet you could put on your fridge that had a bunch of different emotions, and you could take the little frame and put it around.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
everyone
Definitely
have on their
exhausting, stuff like
office.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mood for today is
this.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, Karen.
I
I,
mean- I
didn't
mean-
know you were in such a crazy
Yeah.
mood here.
Oh,
Sorry.
watch out for Karen.
Sorry, I'll head on down the line.
No, I need that though because I don't know what a lot of them are.
Yeah.
The ones
I don't
use-
either.
The ones I use are like smile, sunglasses, and drool.
Well, sunglasses is cool.
What do
I
you
know
use
that.
the drool for?
Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like
I think that's literally
Food.
drool.
food or something sexy. That's pretty much the two things
Yeah.
That makes
in
sense.
response to food or sexy. So there you go.
Yeah. There
I
you
mean,
go.
like smiley face is just kind of typical.
Just like
Oh,
like
well,
a
some of
thumbs-
those
little
go-
thumbs
I
up.
also use
But-
the
Yeah.
I don't answer something.
Well, smiley face is like literal, like colon close parentheses.
Right.
Like I mean, that's literally what the code is for it.
Okay. And
So-
that's what we used to do.
and it just
before
converts it.
emojis.
I mean, when you select an emoji, like that's why you can have like different phones, you know, because they all got to have their proprietary emojis.
Right,
But that's why it
right.
all comes across as somewhat similar to the same thing, but sometimes not. Like,
it's because
'cause
the code.
The code is the same, but like whatever Samsungs or Apples might look a little different. So I remember that was a thing like a few years ago because there were a couple that kind of conveyed different emotions.
Okay.
So somebody would send, but I can't remember specifically what they was, but they
That
would
makes
send
sense.
it and it would look like you were trying to say something different than you were.
I know when I use voice to text and I say like, tell Chad I'm gonna be late, smiley face emoji. It'll do the old school, like
Oh, really?
like
oh,
the
really?
semicolon thing.
Huh.
It won't give
That's
me an
odd.
actual smiley
That
face.
is
I wonder
weird.
why- I wonder why it
that's
does that.
weird.
Yeah, I
You'd think it
don't
would
know.
just jump to the more modern thing.
It doesn't. Though. It's weird.
I
Seems
mean,
old
I mean,
school bitch.
emojis are fucking. To me, I mean, they're good in some ways, but the fact that they made a fucking movie about emojis,
That movie's good though.
it's better than I thought it was going to be. I'll say that. But still, at the same time, it's an emoji movie.
I don't know. I'm not gonna hate on emojis. Whatever. If
Yeah.
if you're trying to communicate with me exclusively through emojis, but the thing with text is like it's hard to convey your emotion through text
Right,
anyway.
that's
So
true.
emoji can kind of like help that.
Kind of
But if you're doing like if you're
saying
making a statement and then doing like 10 okay signs and then 10 100% signs and then like okay, well fuck you. Like
Yeah. Fair enough.
one emoji to convey the
good.
emotion of your sentence is
Even an LOL is funny because it like I used to feel funny like putting LOL, but it's a modifier. It's not. It doesn't mean you're laughing out loud now. It just modifies to show that there's some jest in what you're saying.
oh no, because if I actually laugh out loud, I say literally LOL.
You put the literally. in there.
I'd say literally,
Oh.
I literally LOL'd.
Well, I've got
Otherwise,
you to do
it's-
LMFAO, so I feel pretty good now knowing that.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. But
Yeah,
that was
laughing
used to
my
be
ass off.
Laughing my fucking ass off. Or
LM.
laughing my
Hell,
LMFAO, laughing my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
ass
there's-
off.
And then there was ROLFL or whatever, rolling on the floor.
laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. God
That
dang.
one took me a while to get to understand because I
We're
was
so
just,
That was
old.
back from
We're
no,
old
that
as
was back
shit.
from like the AOL Instant Messenger days.
I'm
man.
like, what the fuck does raffle mean? That's not a word.
Raffle.
yeah, it basically was. But people would just say that. They would just say raffle. Like
Raffle.
that's how things.
Ruffle,
God.
ruffle. All right, here's the next one. A man was arrested in Brazil for dressing up as his 60-year-old mother in order to take her driving test for her. The driving instructor realized the person in front of her was Heather Shive, 43, in a floral blouse, painted nails, makeup, and a wig, and not his mom, Maria. He tried to be as natural as possible. He wore lots of makeup with his nails nicely done and wore women's jewelry. Cheve apparently decided to step into his mom's shoes after she reportedly failed the driving exam. He said his mom didn't know about the plan. He confessed that he wasn't the woman in question, but the son, her son, who was trying to pass as his mom, so that she would be able to pass the practical driving test.
Jesus, you're a fucking asshole. If you can't pass the driving part of a fucking, like you just drive, like it's not that hard. If you can't pass it, you damn sure don't need to be driving.
That's
and this
true.
asshole doesn't need to be getting
So
out
this
there.
guy was pulling a Mrs. Doubtfire for the driver's license.
Basically,
That's what's happening.
Well, what I think's funny though is his mom was having to go. Like, we don't make old people retake their actual driving part of their test. Like, once you do that as a 16-year-old, you don't ever have to do it again, do you?
No, yeah,
No.
you're absolutely right. Yeah, you
So
don't
in
you don't take the
Brazil,
driving portion
they
again.
might have something going here because I think at some point when you reach a certain age, you should be able to have to prove that you can still fucking drive a car.
That's probably not a bad idea. God, dude, I can't. I was drinking this Blanton's and then drinking whatever that good IPA you had. Like, this Coors Light tastes like fucking balls, man. Like, I can't step down like this. This is awful.
We had that Voodoo Ranger IPA. That was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
IPA.
That's what I've been
is,
drinking.
like, that's a good solid staple for an IPA.
Yeah.
I think the Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ugh, like I'm stepping down in alcohol.
That Goose Island IPA is not a bad one either.
Goose is good.
I still think Dogfish Head's my favorite.
Which
It's
one?
good.
The one
Imperial
90,
90,
yeah.
That one's good
that
too.
120 of that's a
Yeah, that one's
It tastes good.
stout. Yeah,
wasn't that like our first podcast or something? Did we drink that or
Yeah.
second one?
second, I think.
We all three split one,
It's about the video game.
Oh, that was fucking stout, son.
but it tasted really
Tasted
good.
great. Tasted
But
really
it's
good.
it's like drinking a
You gotta
6-pack.
respect that liquid.
And those of you who are listening
If
to
you
this
don't respect that
podcast,
liquid.
you need to go back and check out episode 2 and listen to that.
No,
fucking
you
video
don't.
game podcast.
No, you don't.
It's good. If you
No,
like
it's
video
not.
games, listen to that shit.
It actually
It's
was
better.
a decent
It's
podcast.
more philosophical, more meaningful than just video games. It goes beyond that.
It's better.
Does it really?
It's better than its name would apply. Like, a lot of people skipped it. 'cause
Yeah,
like
I was
fucking
talking
video
about how
games.
like video games taught me how to persevere through failure to achieve the ultimate goal, which is beating the game.
Oh, sure.
Because
They did
now
video
kids
games,
days,
yeah.
now kids just like participation award. You know,
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, it was crazy to think about how far video games have come. Levi and I were, before you got here, were watching a compilation video of. It was basically videos where like one team celebrates too early and the other team like pulls out a victory.
In a video game,
situational
or-
awareness.
Well, it was just sports. It was the main thing. So
Oh,
it'd be
okay.
like
Yeah, the guy that like stretches out like he's won the foot race.
yeah,
And the guy
and
comes
pass-
running his
pass them at
ass
the
up
last
and
second.
beats
It was
him.
a ton of videos like that.
Yeah.
But they put in there a video game competition
playing like a Street Fighter
where
type game.
the dude won the first match in like a crazy comeback, and he jumped up, he's celebrating, and he didn't realize he had to win another fight.
And the guy just
another
started
match,
whooping
and
his
the other
ass.
guy
Yeah.
fucked him up while he was celebrating. It was
That's awesome.
amazing. So it's like cool to see video games put in there with sport compilations like that.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
it belongs there because I
It
mean,
does.
it's a it may not physically be the same thing, but it's
It's a technical
certainly-
skill.
It's certainly very more comparable to sports than it would be to a lot of other things.
I think the only problem with video games being compared or done with the sports is like the fact that video games just keep changing. They keep upgrading. Like a game is only around for so long, whereas football is just fucking football.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
been a few handful of rule change here or there.
But here's the thing, like you take someone who's like my size, like I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I mean, in football or basketball, I have no chance of really becoming a pro athlete.
no,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you have to be born a certain way to
Right.
do things. At least video games gives you the opportunity to compete in a way that
I still
Well,
think- I still
definitely
think
for
it-
sure. But the thing is, like, if you're talking about like a Street Fighter, like the general life cycle of a game like that's what 2 years, 3
Yeah.
years
right,
until
yeah,
another
that's
one
true,
comes out.
That's true.
Then it's like it's completely changed. There's a new game out, so I think that puts video games in an odd place in the sports world.
I think
Fair
with,
enough.
I think with video game athletes or esports athletes, if you want to call them that, you can adapt as if you're an FPS, first person shooter player, you can
That's
can
true.
adapt from
You can
game to
adapt.
game.
and
But aren't
and
they still playing Unreal tournaments?
yeah, they are. They're still doing that, and like CS:GO is still a big thing, and that game's
Yeah.
been out for a fucking bunch
Counter
of years.
Strike, yeah.
And then a big thing with Smash Bros, which I know you got the newest one,
Mhm.
but
so much fun,
the GameCube one is still like the big go-to for a
Really?
lot of tournaments. Yeah, and so that's why
the
that's
GameCube
why
controllers.
I hate to get rid of like my old CRT TVs because people that like do those competitions, they seek out or want to get into that. Like you can find a GameCube, but finding a good TV that's not fucked up, that's not LED, LCD,
They want that
any of that.
refresh rate.
Well, because that's what the console was designed around. So whenever you try to put it up to like a new LED TV, there's a little bit of lag
Mm.
there. So they need a CRT TV or monitor or something to make the game the way that it was designed to be.
right.
Okay. That's
Because
interesting.
it's GameCube,
Yeah.
that's
I still think you're born with something that would allow you to be good at video games, just like you could be born with height or born with some other genetic advantages. I think
Oh,
there's genetic advantages
for-
that are good
for-
at video games too.
I think there is, but I think it's less. I think it's hand-eye coordination and reaction time.
Well,
Because like
yeah.
most of professional gamers are not our age. I mean, most professional gamers, there's a window between 16 to like 26, and
Like-
that's the prime time.
Like fighter pilots.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally,
I mean,
they're all like super young.
it's reaction time.
Very
Like,
similar.
It
like,
is,
like
yeah.
when I
Skill
when,
set.
I when I was playing the game,
You lose it when you get older.
when I was playing the game earlier, I realized that my reaction time is not as good as it used to be when it came to like first person shooter, like, pull the trigger, bam, it's right there. It's just not there.
Well, I mean, if you want to be like the fucking top dog at a first person shooter, you know what you have to do? Click on the other person's head. That's the game.
Yeah.
You click on their head. That's it. You take your crosshair, you put it on their head, and you click the button. You just got to be able to do it way faster than anybody else can do.
and
That's not hard. Anybody can do that.
Yeah,
but
but
can you really do
but
it?
the mouse speed that people get up to,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that, the DPI and stuff.
No,
like
I'm
where
saying it's
ooh,
incredibly hard.
bam.
But when you
You're saying
just
it's simple, but it's
when you
hard to
say
master.
it like that, it sounds incredibly simple. You click on their head. You click on shit all the time. Everybody
Yeah.
runs a computer and clicks on shit.
But it's crazy. It's almost like, when you go to an arcade and you get that thing where the light's going around or whatever, and you got to hit the button to stop it at the red
Yeah.
to win the jackpot.
Those things are rigged.
They are rigged. But I mean, it's almost like that without it being rigged for people like you're talking about, where they have just this intuitive reaction speed to something that is like, boom, hit it right at the perfect
Yeah.
time, and it's just money every single fucking time and obliterate people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And maybe it is like a learned skill, or maybe it's just a reaction speed. People are born with a faster, like,
combination. Probably.
firing on all cylinders. Like, I watched a documentary on Netflix, which, by the way, I highly recommend, was Inside the Brain of Bill Gates. If you guys haven't watched that one, I highly recommend it.
Is this one where they talk about him doing the toilets?
The toilets and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I watched that.
It was really
Yeah.
good. It was like the fact that he takes like a whole week off to go just to a weird small ass cabin just to read books and just think and get his brain processing and stuff like that to unload is remarkable. And he was born with that ability and that.
Is he like that Topher Grace character in the last season of Black Mirror?
I don't know. I don't watch Black Mirror.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
which was the Topher? I don't know who Topher Grace.
The one where the guy takes the other guy hostage because the Topher Grace he's basically like Mark Zuckerberg. He's running the social media site.
Topher Grace, the guy from that 70s show, by the way.
takes him hostage.
Now, he doesn't take Topher Grace hostage. He takes the other guy hostage. But Topher Grace, because he works for this company, this social media company, Topher Grace is the Mark Zuckerberg. He's the guy that's running it. And when they finally, because he wants to get a hold of him, when they finally get a hold of him, he's in like some cabin built out of mirrors out in the middle of the desert, meditating or whatever.
I don't remember this episode. Did I even watch this?
It was the last season was only like 3
Yeah, it was only
episodes.
3. It had the Miley Cyrus episode.
Yep.
And two
And the one with the video game, the VR.
Yeah.
And then there was this one.
I don't remember this one for some reason.
Yeah, because he okay. Well, like that's how it starts out. He takes the guy hostage who works for this social media company because he's trying to get in touch with the Topher Grace.
Okay.
That's the name of the actor that plays this
Okay.
guy. But he's basically like a Mark Zuckerberg or something like that. Like he's just kind of untouchable. It apparently was a fantastic episode.
I know, I gotta go
Apparently
watch
it had a
this shit.
large impact on you.
No, I don't think I saw it. I'm gonna have to go watch it.
Okay.
All right.
Shit.
Well, no, but you may not have because I remember you talking about that Miley Cyrus episode.
I
And
hated
that was the last one though. But you were talking about it like you watched it first.
I did watch it first.
And so yeah, you're probably like the whole thing was fucked up for you.
Yeah.
You may not have actually even watched this
I might have
episode.
missed it.
I know you guys talked about the video.
You need to
game
watch
characters.
Black Mirror in general. I can't believe you hadn't watched it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just haven't got around to it.
Got around to it.
I-
Watch that shit.
I
son.
love
It's
me some
good.
Black Mirror. It's one of them like you watch, like
But
watch like
I
two
watched
in a
the
row.
one, but it was the very first one, like we talked
Oh,
about.
that's
Oh,
bad
the one where the
decision.
yeah.
yeah.
I think the first two are like it's just kind of like the first two are just kind of like they're both extremes of what the show is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of getting you act like, can you handle these 2 episodes? All right.
you're good.
Well, then you should be fine for the rest of it.
But I like, dude. When I watch one, I don't want to watch another one. It's not something I would binge. I
Yeah,
watch
you
one
gotta-
episode and I cut it off, and I kind of like.
Yeah, you gotta-
I either need to think about this for a while or palate cleanse with something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy it.
So it's good stuff. The last thing I'm not even going to look up. I'm just going to try to tell you. In Uganda, it's apparently a big thing for men to breastfeed. They get their wife pregnant and they're taking that milk.
How did they even produce the fucking milk?
Well, they get their wife pregnant. They're not. The men aren't breastfeeding. The men are sucking their wife's titties.
Okay, God. Okay.
Sorry.
I honestly, I thought the same thing you thought.
Yeah,
I was with you.
It's like what?
I'm like, I bet this baby is mad as fuck. Like,
No. Listen, I'm sorry. I fucked that up. The men are sucking their wife's titties and taking this milk, but like more so than just like they're curious. It's like a cultural thing.
so they're like having a meal out of it.
They're like really good, and so much so that like the feminist movement is like accusing these men of being like they're saying like the women can't deny the men of this privilege of having that milk. They get addicted to it. They're like hooked on it. They're like sucking this titty milk for a long period of time. It's like a weird cultural Ugandan thing.
What the hell, man?
I've never heard of this, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me that like this.
Did y'all ever try any titty milk?
No.
Any breast milk?
I did not.
What'd you think about it?
That was good.
Yeah.
I can't see myself getting addicted to it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like have like a
did
Did
entire
you take
cup
it straight
of it.
from the tap, or were you like
Straight from the tap.
Straight from the tap,
Straight
son.
from the tap, like
Straight
a
from
boss.
that udder, son.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did you ever think it during the process? I wonder what this would taste like as cheese.
No,
That's a weird.
no,
That's a weird place to
no.
live.
I didn't think about that at all.
I took some from like where it was pumped in a bag and put it on a spoon and tasted it.
Didn't you try cereal
It
with
was
this?
good. No, I joked about that. I said I
Okay,
preferred my cereal that way.
Coffee creamer.
But you went straight with the
Give
tap.
me a
Was it-
shot.
Was it like warm?
I mean, it was
It had to be
as you would expect it. I mean,
That's wild. Man.
I don't know.
I want some of that straight from the tap.
It's like when you say warm, I guess I'm expecting like it'd be like hot. Like it ain't like hot. I mean, it's what you would
Your
expect.
body's 98 degrees.
Yeah.
My favorite boy band.
My body is also
Nick
98
Lachey.
degrees. So I mean, I guess it just felt like normal. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know.
interesting. That's interesting.
No, I never did that.
Dude. I'm curious. I wonder what the benefits would be.
Although I will say that
Here we
there was
go.
like a taste test thing on Rhett and Link or on the
Of
Good
breast
Mythical Morning where breast milk was there, and they're like, "Whose breast does this come from?" And then they were all just looking at each other and laughing because they didn't want
Do you
to
think-
reveal who it was.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if it was one like this come from a woman that eats a lot of onions?
Oh, yeah. That's a Napoleon Dynamite
Yeah,
reference.
that's exactly what that was. This come from a woman that is vegan. This come from a woman.
You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Would you think your wives would be jealous if you were drinking breast milk from not straight from the tap, but like in a bottle, but it was from somebody else?
Like they sold it at the store, like this is breast milk from.
No, like it was somebody y'all knew. Like this is Samantha.
Oh, I think so.
I think it would largely depend on how hot Samantha is.
That's
If,
funny.
If Samantha was gross, I think
She
it'd
wouldn't
be
care.
fine.
Nobody would
Yeah.
care,
Yeah, or she just thinks that there's something wrong with you.
Then it's just
Yeah.
quality of the milk.
Yeah. But if she was,
If she's a smoke show, then it's like,
yeah, then
what are
it
you
would be
drinking
like,
Samantha's milk for?
and then it would get to a level. Then if it was like way hot, then it might just get like jealous or envious.
Okay,
So
okay.
it was just be like, all right,
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
You know what they say about breast milk?
That's one of the things I love about whiskey.
Oh,
You've got to
shit.
respect
He said
it.
whiskey. Yeah, that
I
fucked
know.
it up.
That liquid-
I was hoping he would
liquid,
say you got to respect that
because if you
liquid.
don't,
Yeah, you just need
it
at the
will come and
end.
Get you. So,
That's. Anyways, that's it for the. It's time for the
Champ! Oh, shit. I did it too early.
That's it.
How'd that 1792 chase after that Blanton's
Pretty
live?
good. It's still good.
1792 is a good whiskey though.
It is. I just wonder how it tasted like after
you know,
after Blanton's.
so I bought a bottle of that Russell's after that last podcast, and I drank it, and then I went back to the 1792, and I still think this one I like better.
Pour me
For real?
a little bit.
I do.
I had 1792 in a
I'm going to the
minute.
bathroom. If
I-
I come
God,
back and you're talking about video
I need
games,
to take a.
if I come back and you're talking about video
We're
games,
absolutely Jesus
goddamn, I'm gonna be
Christ,
pissed.
Levi. You're
I'm
trying to.
goddamn pissed.
We probably
Sorry,
are.
I
That's
didn't-
generally what me and Levi go to when we. No, I'm fuck. Well, it's fine. It was a lot, but that's fine. So hey, TJ's gone. Let's talk about video games.
Let's talk about video games.
I don't even know what to talk about now. I don't really even have anything going on.
There's a really small scale video game that I would not normally admit to playing, but I play it with my wife and my kids in.
Animal Crossing.
No, fuck no.
Cool.
Oh, overcooked.
I don't know what this is.
So you're these little like amiibo looking chefs that go around or
Amoeba?
amoeba. Yes, sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Characters that go around and you are cooking meals. So up at the top you have the order, and you have the chefs who are going around like chopping up vegetables to go into a pot, to cook into a pan, and then you throw it all onto a plate, and then you serve it to the little service stand. And that's the whole premise of the game, is just trying to get as much points as you can, serving up dishes of various meals that come up, whether it's burritos that you're making for that level. But there's also elements of the level that shift around to make it more hard. Like there could be a conveyor system. I'm over in the grill section, so you got all the vegetables on your side. So,
So y'all got to work together.
Work together. It's a
Oh,
cooperative
I bet
game.
that's fun as shit to do with your family.
Fucking fun, and you can play up to 4 people co-op and couch co-op, and it's so much fun.
Dude, we need to come over and like me and the kids and everything. Need
I
to
thought
come
about
over
bringing it because I have it on PlayStation 2.
not me and you and tease it. That's not
Or
gonna be as fun.
PlayStation
Like
4,
have
no.
the kids coming like and doing it with us. So it's gonna be fun.
Me, Amanda, and our 2 oldest will play, and it's
She's
a
back.
shit ton of fun.
She's back.
So
So
What
about
the hell y'all
that
talking about?
about them big titties.
Yeah, finally on something I know about. Hey, I brought some of this too.
Oh, some buffalo trace.
Yeah, I got some buffalo trace. You want to do that?
I found out when I was getting at the liquor stores last time, like that's Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare is apparently like a hard to get commodity now.
it is
Really?
Yeah, when I went
Yeah.
there, they had 5 bottles, and they said 1 per customer. And
Yeah.
I got one of
Dang.
the 5.
Yeah, because they do the on Thursdays, which was
Thirsty
yesterday,
Thursdays.
you get 10% off. You get 2 bottles, but they were saying like if you got Buffalo Trace or Eagle Rare or obviously this Blanton's, anything that they keep in the
Yeah.
back, but didn't count. But I'm like Buffalo Trace, like
That's
really? Because they had like several bottles there, but
What
they were like
happened? Well, they just didn't make enough.
apparently it's just hard to get now.
In whiskey, they have to, because it ages so long, they have to prepare for the demand 7 years in advance.
That's true. That's
Think about that.
Yeah, that would fucking suck. Because there's like triple the warehouses of Buffalo Trace now than there was. But then hell, the demand could die off.
Right.
They could be fucked.
Yeah, that's tough. That's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Were y'all talking about video games?
No,
absolutely
Jesus,
not.
no. We're talking about titties. You missed it.
Dang,
Yeah.
I missed the titty talk. Titty
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. Well,
Oh,
that's where we're going.
snap. Yeah, box of chocolates, baby. Do you watch that Big Mouth show?
Me and you talked about this a little bit. I watched the first season. I haven't seen a whole lot beyond that.
I know it's extremely vulgar, and I know that was kind of your complaint. Was it was almost like vulgar for the sake of vulgar at times?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only watched like a couple episodes, but it was almost. I felt like it was.
Over the top a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Forced almost in a way in the humor.
forced. Yeah, that's what I felt like.
I say
don't-
keep it going though. It hits a stride, and it's a good show, man. I mean,
Okay.
it's a good ass show. It really deals with like the like the way it talks about hormones and the way it talks about shame and the way it talks about depression and that kind of stuff is fucking pretty damn good. It's an interesting
It's probably
show.
bringing up memories that I don't want to think about. I don't
Yeah.
remember back when I was like worried about all that shit.
It's an interesting show, man. I didn't give it. The reason why I went deeper into it is because of the cast. It was like so many improvisers that I listened to on various podcasts and things, and I'm like, well, I'll check these guys out. But it's damn good.
Yep.
Damn good show.
Well, it's got a good voice cast for sure.
Yeah.
You got Maya Rudolph, Nick Kroll, and
Oh, it's got Jason Mantzoukas.
Mantzoukas.
Did y'all watch any of that Bill Burr's cartoon, that F is for Family?
I have not.
I didn't
I'd
watch
like
that
to
at all.
watch
Was
it.
it good?
No,
F-
I haven't watched it either.
I'd like
just-
to watch it. F is for family.
We all
Yeah.
like Bill Burr, but none of us watched it.
Yeah, I've seen like the
I
little
like his
clips.
I like his podcast a lot too. Actually,
His podcast is just like him like talking about
the shit talking
yeah,
about stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty
Damn,
good. Though.
I'm gonna have to pee. I usually wait for y'all
I'm,
to talk
I'm,
about.
I'm in some match, so
I've-
you make your round and
I
I'm
fucked
going.
up, y'all. I should have went when y'all were talking about basketball. I just didn't have to go as much.
Oh
then.
shit, son.
I know.
We-
Y'all don't be talking about fucking basketball or shit.
Oh man.
No.
Actually, y'all
nah.
do. Just don't talk about anything that
Nah,
I care to talk about.
we'll talk about the Super Bowl where you're going
All right.
okay.
because Chad has no clue who's in the fucking
Are
Super
you
Bowl.
I do know who's in the
Yeah,
Super
he
Bowl.
knows more than me.
Let's
I
hear
don't know.
It's San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs.
Shit.
Oh
son.
damn, who's their quarterbacks?
Jalen Hurts.
Boyka. Bam!
Okay, I'm out.
I don't know. Who is it?
Jimmy Garoppolo and Patrick Mahomes.
I've heard of that. My homies.
Jimmy Garoppolo, y'all had no chance.
No, I've never heard that guy before.
He was the backup to Tom Brady, and they traded him off for a second-round pick. And now Tom Brady's on the verge of retirement, and the Patriots are like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't have traded him."
Is he that good?
He's all right. He's not. He's not a Pro Bowler or nothing like that. But
Who's
he's
Tom
serviceable.
Brady's backup right now?
I could not fucking tell you.
Yeah, he don't need a backup.
They've traded off every single one they have. Jacoby Brissett was the backup and is now the starting quarterback for the Colts. And then they trade off Jimmy Garoppolo. Now he's a starting quarterback for the 49ers.
Eli retired.
Yeah, Eli retired.
Did he win any Super Bowls?
Two
Super Bowls.
both against the Patriots.
Dang. I remember that. That had that David Tyree catch. It was so
well, yeah,
fucking
the David
badass.
Tyree catch was back in 07, and the 07 Patriots were considered to be one of the best football teams of all time because they were undefeated
in the
all the way up
regular
to the
season,
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And straight up fucking dominating teams. I mean, like putting up scoring records and
I
shit
remember
like
that.
They actually, when they played the Titans that year, put up 59-0.
Yeah, that was that snow game.
Yeah, obliterated them.
destroyed 'em.
It wasn't even. That was not cool. Let's let it ride out. But yeah, I don't really have a huge stake in that game. I could care less really who wins that game too much. But I'm almost interested in betting on the game just so I would have a stake in it. At work we're doing like a Super Bowl squares, but I'm almost tempted to look to see if there's any like online betting on it just to where I'd have a little bit more vested interest in it. But
you're gonna be out of town during the game, aren't you? You're gonna be back by then.
I'll be back before the Super Bowl starts, so we're just gone the one night. But yeah, trying out Louisville, Kentucky for night.
No, Louisville's a good town.
And you've been there a couple times, haven't you? I know you went there one time for like a little family trip and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm really interested to kind of check out the distillery. We've often gone to Chattanooga and done stuff there, but I was just like, this is 2 hours the opposite direction. Let's check it out. And I didn't realize how close Louisville is to Indiana. It's just a hop over the bridge and then bam, you're right in Indiana.
There's a pedestrian bridge. You can walk over to Indiana.
Yeah, and I saw that and I was just like, that's a long ass bridge for a pedestrian bridge. But you said that you were in Indiana this week too. So
yeah, I went to Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville. Okay, I've been there before.
Yeah, it was a good little town. One thing that I haven't done, but I'd like to do in Louisville is see Colonel Sanders' grave.
Oh, really?
That'd be kind of neat. And
that would be cool.
Muhammad Ali's buried there.
Really? In Louisville?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought about checking out the Louisville Slugger Factory.
Louisville Slugger.
It has
cool.
a ton of reviews, but it's cool. I watched a video where it had like a wooden bat. Like they just took a block of wood and they had that little grinder on it and turned it straight into a bat with the logo and everything. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. But there's a lot of baseball history. I just wish I cared more about baseball, and I don't.
Yeah.
Baseball is so
I'd still like to
boring.
see a baseball bat be made. It'd be cool, but I don't give a fuck about baseball either. You liked baseball coming up.
I did, but it's still hard for me.
You know what's crazy to me is baseball has
hard to watch a whole game.
It is.
Yeah.
And baseball season is 182 fucking games in a season. Like, that's more than half a fucking year.
Yeah,
right.
It's crazy, dude.
I mean, there's 365, 180 something fucking games a year.
What I think is funny whenever do I sound fucked up to y'all? Like something? I think it's my headphones.
I know you took a piss and bam, it was gone.
No, something's fucked up with that. I'm gonna turn. I've got this noise canceling thing on.
Now y'all don't talk about gay.
I'm gonna turn.
Are you going? Oh, we definitely gonna take about.
That's what we always talk about whenever
when you leave.
Yeah, I know. Whenever leave. So which like are you like hard in the butt or like easy? You like start easy and then go.
No, listen, I'm a top for sure. So and I'm hard all the way. So
I don't. It's like we always like have the things like we're all three so different people. We always have the things we talk about. What do we talk about when Levi's not around?
I don't know. We don't talk about gay sex. That's for damn sure.
No, we talk about like generally like deeper like philosophical shit. But I don't really know. I don't really have anything right now.
I know we're usually pretty drunk by the time Levi leaves. He leaves us, and we end up drinking for like 5 more hours after he leaves.
Jesus, I know.
It's ridiculous.
Like
And
there's really like not anything going on.
We talk about music quite a bit.
Yeah, we do talk about music, but I don't really know anything that's going on. I mean, the Trump impeachment thing is going on.
Yeah, that's interesting because it doesn't seem like it's a strong case for impeachment.
Well, what's silly, what I think is funny is like everybody's all either happy or pissed today because it's at the Senate now,
Yeah.
and like they were trying to vote on whether to allow these new witnesses
Oh, yeah.
to speak at this one
And
that didn't
Lamar
get to speak at the
Alexander was
House.
like, we don't need those.
Well, what I think is like so silly about the whole thing is like everyone in the Senate 100% knows what they're voting before any of this even started.
Right. It's all down party lines.
Yeah, it's exactly like everybody, like every one of these senators are voting to keep their job.
Yep.
Like that's what it's all about.
Right.
And that's what happened in the House. So it's just silly. Like, let's just skip all this.
And also, it doesn't matter how you feel about Trump. Like, you're looking at a case. You're looking at is this an impeachable offense? You're not looking at do you like Trump or not. That's not what the vote is.
The thing was, it was silly. Like, they just voted when they voted him on the House. They voted him for this generic, just abuse of power. Like, no specific example, just abuse of power.
It's too broad.
It's silly. Like, I mean, I don't like.
I'm no Trump fan, but this seems silly.
The whole thing is silly. And the thing is, like, all it's doing is upping his ratings.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is just upping his ratings. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is the point of this? And then did you see somebody posted on Twitter today? I don't know what Trump was signing, but do you know like when they did the thing for the first impeachment, Nancy Pelosi had the pens. Like that, apparently that was the big holdup for
she
like
holding it. Yeah, she didn't want to let it out.
Right.
Yeah.
But then now I don't know if this is
That was
really why
strategic,
or not, but she had these like custom made pens with like her signature on the pens that like she like presented to the people to sign the impeachment articles
Really?
or whatever. Yeah, and so there was this thing today that I saw. I don't know what Trump was signing, but he had like these whole thing of pens, and he's just like handing them out to anybody. And like he's saying things to people, but it started being pretty obvious that he was making fun of her.
That's hilarious.
And it's like, this is why this motherfucker is going to get reelected. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you're being politicians, and he's just looking at you going, LOL, ruffle.
Yeah.
Hand out some pens, like fuck this bullshit. Like that's why they're gonna vote for him. He's gonna win again because of this shit.
It's funny when a freaking millionaire like that or billionaire, whatever he is, can be more relatable than all these politicians.
Yeah, and then
it's funny to me.
What they're trying to get him on is these Ukraine calls, and like there's like I'm not saying that the Democrats are mad because of what he's doing, and they're right. Like a president shouldn't be doing that,
right?
But it's like that is far below the level of corruption that we accept from any president.
Right.
Like that is a super low level. And then fucking crazy ass Joe Biden straight up admitted to doing the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? He was like when he was vice president and Obama was president, they got same country, Ukraine, everything. And he was like, what he was saying this like on stage in front of people, and he was saying that they were going to withhold this stuff, and he was like, and they were like, well, we're gonna talk to the president. And he was like, you want his number? I'll give you his number right now. He was like, because he wanted somebody fired is what it was. He was like, and guess what? The son of a bitch was fired when they come back. Like he's saying this in front of people. Like I don't know what the date on this speech was, but he's saying this while Trump is like getting basically impeached for the same thing. Like
same thing. And it's his he was asking for him to investigate Joe Biden and his son too, which was like maybe we actually should investigate that a little bit. Like is the thing. Did we play on podcast Joe Biden talking about the swimming pool and the hairy leg?
I sent that to y'all.
Did you listen to this?
No, I didn't.
I sent this to y'all in a text.
Well, let's play this for Levi just so he knows what we're talking about. This I want you to make heads or tails of this.
I can't believe that Biden is so high in the polls. Like this motherfucker is so fucking like out of his mind crazy. Like not like forever. Like it's just obvious that he's like losing it. Like he's just an old man.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you got it, or you may keep talking?
I don't know. Which one is it? Do you know which one it is? Joe Biden.
I mean, honestly, you might find it better by going through like our group text and like going backwards. I'm not sure.
I can't on this one.
You can't even get it in the hole.
Hey.
Oh boy. Get it in the hole.
Hang on a second.
I'll let you find it. But
we're gonna hit this and just say
anyhow, I think the people that are that are
Losing
voting
half,
for him in the
that's-
polls. They just don't like. They're just voting Democrat, and
Right.
like he's the biggest thing.
yeah,
Like they don't
yeah.
know.
That was the shit at me too, where people were just like, "Well, it's Democrat or it's Republican, and I'm voting on it." Well, why don't you think for a
some of
fucking
us,
second?
yeah, we're a little semi-romantic about our
Well, the
jobs
thing
when
that-
we were teenagers, even if not particularly glamorous jobs.
All right,
My
well, fuck
first
her.
big
I don't
job
wanna
was
hear
back
Greta,
in
but-
the
You wanna
days
hear
in the back
Greta?
of a dairy
No.
in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Greta.
Hours
Well,
each
the-
day I sorted
The
them
thing is, like, there are some like decently good Democrat candidates, but like he certainly isn't fucking one of them.
No, I honestly the only one I've seen like publicized a whole lot was that Mike Bloomberg.
Oh
Bloomberg.
fuck him! He's
know-
he's
I don't know
never
shit
gonna
about
get the. He's fuck every
Isn't
bit
he
of
trying
him.
to buy his way into it?
He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire.
Yeah,
like
he's actually the 6th or 7th richest.
he's
person
the
on
guy that's
planet.
like responsible for like why you can't get a Coke over a certain amount of ounces in New York.
Asshole.
Because like his whole thing is make laws against everything. Like just make a law. Like he's the one that said that we need to tax poor people to keep them from wasting their money. Like he's literally said that. Like we got to tax poor people to keep them. So you tax them so they don't waste their money. So you can take those tax dollars and spend them on. Look through our group text. You'll find it there.
It's not the right phone, man.
Oh, like crazy. But yeah. So he's like saying you need to tax poor people to take their shit from them, and that's not going to work on my phone.
What? Pull it off.
Because apparently poor people are too stupid to know how to spend their money. So he's going to take their money and spend it on the things that they should be spending it on for
So
them.
I want to tax stupidity.
But all
Basically.
the Bloomberg ads just really brag about how he hasn't taken any money for campaign finance, which just tells me you're rich.
Well, yeah, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire before he ever decided to do this.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
oh man, how far fucking back do we got to go for this?
I don't know, man.
Maybe I could.
It said like, how can I not just Google search that and it come up?
I don't know. I know what the Google search, but if I say what the Google search, that kind of spoils the whole thing.
Was it the
Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm gonna.
He's gonna find it.
Yeah.
Levi, I like that shirt. You got the Tennessee flag on
Yeah,
there.
my wife got
Which
me.
is,
got
which
me
is
that. She
3
got-
stars, and this is our third season of the show.
my wife got me this, and she got me this new Yeti mug here,
Dang, what was the occasion?
and actually some cool whiskey stones that I threw in your freezer that I forgot all about right up until now. Chad will appreciate it because they're Star Wars themed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they're customized, and one of them says my name. Which is
I had
Holy
some.
smokes.
I had some whiskey scones, but they were cheap and they were shitty, man. They were basically just limestone rocks
Really?
that were cut into squares. Yeah, but the idea of like whiskey stones sounds like really good.
Well, it sounds good, but I don't know.
I kind of want to.
If I want cold whiskey, I like to have the ice melting a little bit in there.
Yeah, I like when they have the big ball of ice or
yeah,
whatever.
Big ball,
it's-
big square of
yeah,
ice.
big
where it's
square of ice
one.
is awesome.
I like your new headphones. They look cool.
I appreciate that. They're cloth, which is a little bit of a different touch. Yeah, you have to try them on post show and tell me what you think about them.
Jesus fucking Christ! Why is this so hard?
I know he's gonna be gone, and he won't even be able to hear it.
I know. Oh, is he going to piss? I thought he already went.
No, he's going to get those whiskey stones. He wants to show you his Star Wars whiskey stones, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I have a while you're doing this, I have a couple of music
I think I
picks.
got it.
Oh, you found it?
Well-
We'll wait here for him.
Well,
to come
I
back.
got
I'll still tell
I
you
got a
this.
video. Sorry, start over. What were you saying?
No, I was going to make some musical picks, but he's back already, and you found this. Let's do this now.
I think I found it. I'll let you get your headphones back on.
All right, let's see.
The only thing I don't know anything about this video. I just know it looks right from the thumbnail. So
Okay.
I'm gonna play it and see.
All right.
Let's see. Let me make sure my volume's up.
Sure I saw
This is it.
that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the
Hold
state of
How long
Delaware.
is this video?
Everything
It's
about
1 minute and a half. So this has got to be it.
And by the way, you know, I sit on
This
the
is it.
stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn that turn
Let's see the picture.
blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They
What
look at
the-
it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men.
What the fuck?
Most of them made an awful lot of themselves. And Earl Larkin had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points,
And may God
have mercy on your soul.
Obviously, someone added that at the end, but
Little Billy Madison
Jesus Christ,
part.
like
What the
that's
hell
the
is he
person-
talking about?
That is amazing. And that, one of them has your name on it.
Yeah.
Now we've switched to talking about these whiskey
Now, see,
stones.
yeah,
If-
yeah.
for the
Levi just brought his
listeners.
whiskey. See, this is a way
Can
better.
I see one?
This is way better than like what I bought. I mean, I bought some shit that was like, it was like on Woot.com back when that was a thing. And
Yeah.
it was like $7
I
from
bought a
whiskey
pair of
zone.
shoes off Woot.
Yeah,
actually.
like they were seriously just like square cut limestone rocks. But this is like some kind of marble or something.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ooh. I like these. Yeah, maybe I need to get some like legit whiskey stones
There you go, son.
and try them.
So what do you think about Biden, Levi?
He's fucking crazy.
Sound like a crazy
he was
motherfucker.
jumping around subjects that didn't make sense. When he said his son rubbed his leg, like it almost made it sound
He
like
didn't
his
say
son.
sun. He said his hair turned blonde in the sun, and then kids were rubbing his leg.
Yeah, well, kids were. I thought it was his when he put those two sentences together. It made it sound like his son was like started his ankles and rubbed up his leg hair, trying to grab his dick or something like that. Was that
Well,
what I
now,
was-
you're making some jumps there.
Still, the point is though, if he's a Democratic primary, when they get to the debate time, Trump will eat him alive.
Oh yeah.
Like if that's just him like normally talking, like he has no fucking chance.
Dude, I loved watching the debates with Trump in it. Even though I wasn't a Trump fan, it was just like, God.
Oh, and Hillary Clinton, just
dang.
the way he would just slam dunk, like it was just hard.
Yeah. It was like the lunch table in high school.
Plus,
or something.
I could not stand Hillary Clinton. Like
Sure.
it was one of them. It was like anybody but Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Like fucking anybody. That was what was crazy about the last election. I was like, well, Trump's never gonna get it. And Hillary Clinton's obviously never going to get like what fucking Democrats are voting
Right.
for Hillary Clinton
Right.
after all the shit she's been through.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
she started pulling ahead, and I'm like, but Trump, like, no way people are voting for him. And then he started pulling ahead. And I'm like, this election is the craziest motherfucking thing.
It was crazy.
It,
It was crazy.
It was the first election since I've been able to vote that I
What-
absolutely did not vote.
What was the thing you sent the other day though, where somebody woke up from a coma?
Oh, oh yeah, that was really fun. Let me find that again.
You gotta read.
Yeah,
this.
somebody that it was. I mean, I'm stealing from somebody else. It was somebody else's tweet.
but it was brilliant.
It
was brilliant. Yeah, you didn't vote, Levi.
Not
just-
not
yeah,
the
you
last
just- here it
election.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
guy waking up from a coma.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
How did the guy from The Apprentice become president? Me. He called out mainstream media and news for being fake, and lots of people enjoyed it. Luckily, there are rogue media figures out there getting the truth out. Guy, like who? Me. Guy. Me. Remember Fear Factor?
Apprentice and Fear
So the guy
Factor
from Apprentice is president, and the guy from Fear Factor is the media
is
outlet.
the trusted news source.
Yeah, that's getting the truth out there for everybody. And this is
Oh.
literally true. Like this is what's going on right now in the world.
So insane, man. What a fucked up world we live in.
Oh,
we
you
absolutely
fired.
I know. I remember Conan O'Brien doing his Apprentice impressions of Donald Trump, never knowing he was going to be president one day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Hmm.
That's the world we live
The
in.
best thing about and I said this even before Donald Trump won. I'm like, the best thing if he wins, and the best thing has he's got one, is I'm hoping it shows people that like we're tired of like
Yeah.
bullshit. We're
Yeah.
tired of the politicians. We're tired of bullshit like this. And even though like Trump didn't win in a landslide, I mean he still lost a popular vote.
Right.
Like I'm hoping next election, no matter who, I hope it's either Trump or Bernie Sanders that wins, because you're sending the same message.
Yeah.
Like we're tired of this bullshit.
Bullshit.
We want somebody that's outside kind of doing their own thing, and we don't want somebody that toes this fucking bullshit political line. So no matter who wins next election, I hope it's one of them too.
That
For
makes
the-
sense.
for
I'm
that
with you on
reason.
I'm with you on that.
Bernie Sanders seems crazy too, man. He's kind of out there a little bit.
Well, he has a lot of ideas that just just can't happen. I mean, they can't like, and I don't know. I mean, there's the whole argument about socialism will fucking bring everything down, and and maybe they're right, and maybe they're not.
Well, one president's not going to be able to do everything.
That's the problem. That's the thing. The point is the system is designed to be gridlock.
Right.
Like that's the point. And what people like in the gun circles made a good point about Trump has actually passed more gun laws than Obama did, because the thing is, like with Obama, it wasn't because of him, but during Obama's presidency, there was a few alleviations in gun rights as far as being able to carry in state parks or national parks. Maybe I may have that wrong.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. And then Trump banned bump stocks, which is fucking a silly thing anyways, but it still shouldn't be banned. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And people have made a solid point that if Hillary had won the election, bump stocks probably wouldn't have been banned, because there'd be so many Republicans opposing it that it never would have got through. But see, with Trump being president, and then Republicans holding at that time, I think they held the Senate and the House. Well, they don't want to oppose him, so that shit goes right on through.
Right. Okay.
So when you have like an opposite, it's almost of a gridlock than when you do. That's why Obama couldn't get anything through.
I feel like that's every presidency. Almost every time it's a gridlock, and no president accomplishes anything.
That's by design, and that's the way it should be. But that's why it's so stupid for everybody to lose their shit whenever the opposite party of theirs got president.
That's why I think Bernie Sanders being is not that scary. Even if I don't agree with a lot of his points, like he's got his heart, I feel like, is in the right place.
Right.
And I don't think he'll be able to get any of the crazy shit accomplished anyways.
No, I mean, it just looks like the country straight up can't afford it. Like it just can't even happen.
The fun things that there's no funding for.
There's no money. Like it just can't happen. Like if he was a benevolent dictator or just a dictator, maybe not benevolent, like he maybe could make it happen.
Yeah.
But there's just no 8 years isn't even enough time to enact all the change that he wants to make. Like it just can't happen. So it'll just be fine. Like whoever's president next, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
We need some better candidates.
We do need some better candidates. The problem is that anybody that has went through all you got to go through to run for president and be eligible for president is not anybody that needs to be president.
Not worthy anymore.
Like you think of somebody, you're like, that person would be a good president. And you say like, you should run for president. And they're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, nobody's doing that.
Right on. Right fucking out, dude.
And that's the problem with Bernie Sanders. Like he like hasn't gotten anything in like as him being a senator.
How old is Bernie Sanders?
Old.
Is he older than McCain when he ran?
I'm sure. I mean, Trump's the oldest president, and he's what, 80? 80?
Wait, Trump is that old?
Trump is the oldest president ever to be a president.
Really?
And I bet Bernie Sanders is older than him.
I didn't realize Trump was that old.
How old is Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is 73 years old.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong then. I thought he was 80. 73.
Who's the oldest president then?
I'm pretty sure it's Donald Trump.
Cancel. Let's see.
Yeah, Siri.
Yeah.
Who's the oldest president?
Here's what I found from wikipedia.org.
No, that's Jimmy Carter's oldest right now.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Who is the oldest president to serve?
I found this on the web.
Jesus Christ, Siri. Let's see what Google
Gosh,
does.
dang it.
Let's see if Google does better. Who is the oldest president to serve?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia.
Nope.
The oldest person to be elected to a first term was Donald Trump.
Okay. There you go.
Google's better than Siri.
The youngest was Theodore.
Yeah, he was okay.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Teddy.
Donald Trump was inaugurated when he was 70. So I was 10 years off. He was 70 when he was inaugurated.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I would have thought for sure like one of them old bastards.
How old is Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders is 78 years old.
Oh,
so he would be
God.
by far the oldest president. By far.
There's no way
so
he wins.
If he gets
How did I say he was?
78. So if he gets elected this year, he would be 79 when he was inaugurated.
That's crazy.
There's no way he gets elected.
Can you imagine? Like,
I mean, I'm not trying to age discriminate, but there is a limit for how old is too old to run the. I mean, when you're having to get your blood pressure checked every 2 seconds, and
in
shit
fairness,
like that.
in fairness, Bernie Sanders is actually younger than Joe Biden does it currently. So,
How old is Joe Biden?
I don't know. Let's see.
There's no
not,
way.
not near that old. I bet he's younger. He's younger than Donald Trump. I bet.
Yeah, he's gonna be. In his
How old is
60s.
Joe Biden?
68.
Joe Biden is 77 years
Oh,
old.
never
Oh
mind.
my God.
He's way the fuck older
What
than
the
Trump.
fuck?
I was way wrong. I thought Joe Biden was in his 60s.
Neither one of those
you
dudes.
say his name like you're gonna say Joe Budden, the rapper. Remember that guy?
No.
Biden.
Pump
it up.
Oh, I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just looking at it's showing the thing. Nancy Pelosi's 79 years
Oh
old.
my God.
Well, yeah, she's old, dude.
I'm seeing all these Hillary Clinton 72 years old, Barack Obama's 58 years old. That young motherfucker.
That young mother. Listen, the youngest person to assume the presidency was Theodore Roosevelt, who succeeded the office at the age of 42 years, 322 days, and he took it on after the assassination of William McKinley.
Wait, how old was JFK when he
But
started?
that's what I was going to say. The youngest to become president after having been elected was John F. Kennedy, who was 43 years old, 236 days.
Okay.
So, and the oldest person to be elected was, like we said, Donald Trump. So, there
Crazy.
you go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well, boys, what do you think?
I think this is a great thing that we're doing, and I'm excited for season 3.
Does it not feel like a long ass time since we did our last podcast?
It does, but I mean, the next one's coming up. We're rolling right into the shortest month of the year, so I mean, it
Yeah.
should be pretty quick.
And we kind of deliberately we did our December, and then we put this one at the end of January, so we can have that little gap there to kind of.
Right.
So it has been a little bit of it.
It has. It has. Definitely has. But
it won't be going forward. And we're gonna have some guests this season.
Yep. Absolutely.
We got one lined
Excited
up for
about
the
that.
very next episode. We got a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Excited.
We got a guy named Kevin coming in to be a guest, a friend of ours. And then beyond that, we've got some people that we kind of loosely talked about with no scheduled dates for it. You know, Chris,
Yeah.
the guy that did our theme music, we've talked about him being a guest. So
Absolutely.
you know, might get Steven back in here. It's gonna be an interesting season. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to keep this thing going, boys.
This is my favorite thing that we've done. I think I love the hikes and some of the other things that we've done, but this is the coolest thing I think.
Better than the orgy?
Yeah, that orgy was great.
Was I blackout drunk and just getting pummeled in the
Yeah,
ass, or what?
You were
What
getting
was
fucked by a
happening?
furry. That's why I was surprised you didn't. You acted like you didn't know what
Yeah.
furries were earlier.
Oh, I just don't remember. Damn that Bill Cosby.
The Jello pudding is great. What time is it? We got people coming.
We are off the rails.
We are.
We're nuts. Hey, do I have anything else on here? Let's see.
Yeah. Do you have anything else on there?
No,
I can't believe
I
like
don't do that
out of all
much.
this time, like generally there's more like current like news stuff going on. Like there's generally like somebody freaking out about some crazy shit that we usually talk about.
I know it. I know it.
And like I honestly can't think of
I
anything.
mean, we talked about Kobe. We talked about the impeachment. So we talked about the two giant things that are taking up the news coverage.
Right now, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I just honestly can't even I'm sure there's something that like I'm missing.
What else is going on in the world?
I mean, Iran accidentally shot down the wrong plane. Did
Oh,
you hear about
that was like
That was-
ridiculous.
I haven't even heard about that.
Okay, so let me update you on what was going on. Donald Trump decided to fucking send missiles to kill one of their generals who is basically leading terror cells.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker was
He
a
needed to die.
bad motherfucker. Like nobody is crying over this guy being gone except for the people that enjoyed what he was able to accomplish. His
Okay.
terrorist shit. So anyhow, Donald Trump sent missiles to blow him up in a fucking car. And like you can find pictures of like his hand that was left over. Like this motherfucker was disintegrated
Wow.
for the most part. So anyhow, everybody's like, well, you know, retaliation's gonna happen. Well, it did. Iran sent 8 missiles into a American base in Iraq that the military had already evacuated because they knew it was happening. Only 6 of them even hit.
Really?
2 of them just fucking went where the fuck ever. They couldn't even land them. So they sent. So, but anyhow, 0 casualties. Iran government was reporting multiple casualties.
Yeah.
So then a day
Firing people
later, they sent some kind of intercepting heat-seeking missile to hit an American plane except it was a fucking passenger plane coming from where was it coming from?
Fucking not another country out there. It was just a random plane.
Yeah. So they blew up a plane, a passenger plane, thinking it was an American
like
plane.
Turkey or something. Like,
yeah. So
they fucking hit the wrong target.
yeah, and then so
They
yeah,
ain't trying
that
to
was the
wage
big
war with
blow
us.
up. Everybody was saying World War III was coming, and I'm like, World War, like who the fuck do you think is a part of the world? Like who's jumping to Iran's side, being
Right.
like, we'll take on America together?
Yeah, right,
Like
right.
Iran, like we're gonna stop this regime. Like, no, like,
Yeah.
no, that's not happening.
It was
And
great.
they
But
did their
you know-
show of
you know how
force.
shit trends. It's like, oh, it's trending on Twitter now.
Well, you know,
World War
like
III is trending on Twitter.
yeah, well, that was the thing. Like they were trying to portray this guy as being this like that's what's so fucked up about the media. Like that's what's going to get Trump elected again, is they're trying to portray this fucking terrorist leader that works for a government as this just chill dude, you know, who's just like doing whatever. And it's like, now this plane got blew up because Trump killed this guy. This is the fallout from it. This is what happens when you got a dictator in office. Like, how the fuck is that his fault that they decided to blow up a plane? Like
Yeah.
I get the point. Like, it's the thing. Like, as much as I don't want to take this guy's side, you're making me argue his fucking side.
Right.
Like what the fuck is
Right. And that terrorist, you know, that leader in Iran, I mean, in my opinion, he needed to die.
yeah.
I'm good with that.
I think-
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Like the entire world is okay, but apparently the entire world is going to attack us on World War III. Like, I just hate everything about the media right now.
Those bitches.
Like, yeah, and the thing was, like, I don't know if this is a good decision. Like, because I heard it, I'm like, shit, what is the fallout from this going to be? Like,
Yeah.
like I know this is a bad motherfucker, but you just blowed him up like in his own fucking turn. Like, how
Right.
bad is this going to be?
And then I seen the leaders of the country like burning the American flag and chanting "Death to America" at their meetings and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
How
weird.
bad is this going to be? And then you find out like nothing, like literally nothing. Like some terror. Like the most tragic thing was that they blew up a passenger plane, thinking it was our plane. Like, well, that just seems like they're that fucking incompetent. Like,
yeah,
fuck them, fuck that whole country. Like, well, actually, not the whole country, because there's actually a big protest. Like the citizens are heavily protesting, and the thing is America killing that fucking guy just rallied their protest up even harder
that's great.
against the Iranian people, against the Iranian government,
I mean,
because they're tired of fucking being lied to.
Yeah, they don't want that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah.
About to say something about that whiskey?
That is damn good whiskey. I would. I don't know
I can
that
see his
I
mind
would.
working.
I would pay $80 on it, but I just wanted to kind of get
What would you pay for it?
50. I'd give 50 for it.
I'd easily give 50 for
Yeah,
it.
50 for it for sure.
I got to say,
I give 60 for
I
it.
think
maybe.
it is one of my favorite whiskeys that we've
It's damn
had.
good.
It's
Oh,
like
for
the
sure.
more I drink it, the more I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
To be honest with you, or whatever.
And please be honest.
Like,
Enough
like
of
we
your
talked about the
lies.
Russells and stuff. 1792, best bang for your buck whiskey.
Yeah,
period.
best value.
Period.
I've agreed. I agree with that.
Buffalo Trace I've
Value to
had
taste
recently.
ratio.
Really fucking good. This to me might be the best whiskey I've had, or bourbon that I've had. But for the price point, this is half. And
But
it's
I can
so
taste
fucking good.
like you poured me some 1792. Like I can taste like how much cheaper this is. Like
yeah,
you
well,
can
after
you can
trying that,
taste
yeah,
it.
for
Like
sure.
it's like there's not even comparison.
I think this is the best whiskey we've had on the podcast. I think Russell 10 is the second best, and I
Yep.
think maybe Guidance is in there with
Yeah.
1792 and
Yeah,
Buffalo Trace after that.
Yeah,
And that's what I would.
I
that's
think
how
it's fair.
I'd rank
That's
that.
the top five
Yeah.
for sure. I think for
Yeah.
sure. Now, we haven't done this in a little while, but I'm just kind of curious, and I want to bounce it back to you
Bounce it back,
first, TJ. Whiskey picks. We haven't really done whiskey picks, and we
I was
kind
just
of
talking about
bounce
this
back
while you were
about
in the
and stuff
bathroom.
like
I
that,
got
but
some musical suggestions I wanted to make.
hit me with it, bro.
Hit you with it, bro. I gave you one the other day. Hip hop. I would recommend. This new Ritz album. This white rapper Ritz has an amazing new album. I don't even remember what it's called. But fucking, it's his newest album, and it's brilliant all the way through, start to finish. It's a great album if you like rap music. And then in like rock music, there's this local Nashville band that is not they're They don't have near as much pub as they need. They're called the Weird Sisters, and their fucking music is so cool, man. It's something different. It's artistic. It's rocking. It's fucking badass, and I really like that music. And then even in country, there was a new artist I wanted to recommend too. Who's this artist? Oh, Paul Cawthon, I think it is. He's got this song called Cocaine Country Dancing, and it's fucking badass song too. It's like this new outlaw movement of country. So I got 3 recommendations there: Paul Cawthon, the Weird Sisters, and Ritz new album.
Ritz.
All right.
All right. What about you, Chad? What you got?
I don't like this whiskey pick bullshit. I've told y'all this.
Yeah, you
well,
never have.
Is there like a shout out or anything you wanted to just get out there that hey, if you don't know about this shit, you should be on this shit?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm always in my own world doing
I'll take
my
another
own
one.
shit.
Then. I'll take another one. I'll take his. There's a.
All right, this one's actually mine. I'm letting TJ say it for
I'm
me.
on my. I'm listening to audiobooks this year, and I'm on the 2nd book from this author, Yuval Noah Harari. He wrote the book Sapiens, which is pretty popular. It's about the history of Homo sapiens and how we got here. And then his second one is called Homo Deus, and it's about potential future man. Dude, if you're into that shit, if you're into learning about, what we're becoming as a species, how we got here as a species, it's fucking brilliantly written books. I'm hearing your.
Sorry,
we are watching The Watchmen right now. The HBO show. It's really fucking good.
Really?
Based off comics.
Yeah, because there's the comics. But this doesn't have. This is like a.
You were holding out. You got some shit.
I forgot about it. But this takes place like after the comic, or if you saw, the movie is based on the comic.
Is Rorschach in it?
This takes place after all that.
Has this got the blue dick in it?
Big blue dick. Yeah. Has it got big blue dick in it?
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Big blue. I ain't watching it unless it's got that big blue dick.
I'm not gonna. Well, I'm not done with it yet, so I don't know. I can't tell you the level. We're only like in the 6th or 7th episode, but anyhow, I think it's fantastic. Like, because I saw the
I didn't
movie.
know they made a series about it.
Well, it's on HBO.
Okay.
I never read the graphic novel, even though it's a comic. It's technically a graphic novel.
Okay.
But I did watch the movie. But then I'd forgotten so much about it. Like, I knew enough about it, so I had to go back and read a synopsis of it because they reference it enough to kind of like where I wanted to know. But my wife had never seen any of it, and she's still enjoying it. Jesus Christ. but it's still fun even if you don't know. Like, they kind of still they still get you up to date with like what you should know and think. Shit, I'm like banging on the table. What you should know and what you shouldn't know. So it's fine if you gotta watch it. But anyhow, like it's still really well done, really good story. I mean, it's HBO. Like, generally most shit they do is good, except for like the last few seasons of Game of Thrones.
Throw that out there.
Everything else is really good. That's what happens when you give people too much power.
A lot of people love that.
Not the last few seasons of Game of Thrones.
Nobody did.
No, literally no one.
I cracked up because they were talking about that on SNL too. That last episode was so dark that you couldn't see shit. And just talking about the lighting and everything.
It was so much shit you couldn't fucking see a plot.
Yeah,
is what really was. It was.
Dang. Shots.
We've shit all over the Game of Thrones before though on here.
Yeah.
What you got? You got something. You wouldn't have brought this up if you didn't have something good.
Well, it's good and heartfelt to me. So like you guys, one thing that had happened here recently was my step grandfather passed away, and I want for me, I just want to give a shout out from the grave to my step granddad for introducing me to sci-fi fiction with the Lord of the Rings and whiskey in general. He was the first person I knew who drank it on a consistent basis. Crown Royal was his drink of preference.
Canadian whiskey coming in strong.
Let's do it quick. Y'all both, I got a little bit of whiskey left. Y'all pour just a little bit to there you go. He's getting 1792.
Ron. I mean, his name Ron Mundy, and to me, like, as far as I mean, he was an unassuming step granddad who never asked me to ever call him granddad, but to his life and his legacy, I really appreciate him as a person, and he's missed for sure.
Fuck yeah, man.
Hey, to Ron, and to hope that we can all be remembered in the same way.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I have a few of his records in my collection.
Yep, you do
Yeah.
for sure,
So-
you do.
So
He was a musician.
Yeah, he was. He
No,
he
no,
was
no.
a saxophone musician.
well, I got his personal collection. Some of them as he was.
Oh,
aging out.
his own record. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
some of his
yeah,
collection.
some of his collection, yeah, for sure.
But
But he,
one of my most treasured albums at this point was one of his formerly. So
Yep,
so
yep.
fair enough.
But great first episode. I cannot wait for the rest of the season, and so happy to be doing this with you boys. And excited for the guests that we got coming up on the next several podcasts. And let's do this thing right, boys.
All right,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, then.
Hey, for the end though, for the people that are still listening to the end, I think it would be nice for to leave us a comment or send us a text if you know us personally. Like, I'm curious to know, do people enjoy like episodes that go really long, or would it be happier with like about a 2-hour limit or something? Like I've always wondered, like, because a lot of times when I see an episode that's really long, it gives me a lot of anxiety. Like,
Right.
do I really want to start this?
Right.
So I'm curious about our audience, and I'm throwing this out here at the end because obviously the people still listening are the people that would care the most. So,
Right.
like, let us know. Do you enjoy the longer episodes or the shorter, get it done and get out of there episodes?
Because we
Yeah,
broke
absolutely.
the record. The last episode was the longest one we've ever
Yeah,
done.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And I don't even know how it
and-
happened. It
and-
just snuck up on us.
And is there another platform, or is there somewhere where you want to see us? I mean, what do you want more of? Reach out, talk, tell us,
Yeah.
let us know, give us the feedback, and we're all about aiming to make this more viewer listener friendly, and we appreciate you
because we're
tuning
going to
in.
be talking about the same shit regardless.
Oh, yeah,
so
absolutely.
we can either do it on podcast or we can turn it off and talk about it
It's true.
after it's over. So it's
True
just
story.
Yeah.
whatever. Because I made the comment on the last podcast that I think our listeners want to hear a longer podcast. But then I thought about it after. I'm like, maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know what they want.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
Yeah.
don't know either.
So anyhow, like I said, whatever y'all think, let us know.
Sounds good. Cheers, boys.
Yep, let's do it.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh wait, I don't. There we go.
God damn, what a song.